Hello, very good morning to you. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. I've cleaned myself up a bit and I brushed my teeth, Jack. So things are a bit tidier today. Yeah, washed my face this morning for you. A very good morning to you. My name is Fee. Welcome to Jewellery Maker, and I'm with one of our most established guest designers, a fabulous lady who has a multitude of talents in all of the clay arts as well as the jewellery making. It is the wonderful Natalia Coleman. Good morning.
Good morning.
Here she is, bright as a button with loads of fabulous designs for us. And I know we'll be talking a little bit more about silver clay, of course.
Yeah.
And Natalia has her own workshops that you can do with us here as well. I know she met quite a few of you at the NEC recently, didn't you?
Oh, I did. You know, it was such a great experience. It was so busy, but it was lovely to see so many people who were on the other side of the screen.
Yes,
you know, I was saying, oh, you know, I never know so many people watched us.
I know. I'm afraid I didn't go myself because it was just too much stamina-wise for me right now. But it's like when the guests come in for the courses and what have you, and you get to meet them and you put a name to the face. And so lovely. And I know a lot of you saw some of Natalia's designs there as well with your silver clay and beautiful, beautiful designs. But of course, you can actually come and experience a whole workshop with Natalia. She's got two in December, I need to tell you about. 10th of December, silver clay rings, and silver clay itself, which we will talk about a little bit later on the 14th of December. So if you're thinking about an early Christmas gift, or dare I say it, their birthday falls in December, I think that's a great one because it'll be different from perhaps what they're expecting in terms of what you buy for the Christmas. And nobody likes their birthday lumped with a Christmas present, do they?
No, I think there are a lot of people who come along and they go, I've got this really specific project in mind, can we do it?
Maybe they're making a present.
We always try and accommodate that, you know, help you work through something that you need to make for somebody else.
So it's not just about what you're able to teach them, it's also about what they perhaps want to experiment with or develop further. And
totally, and it teaches other people because it's something that, you know, maybe it's a technique that we wouldn't have covered, but it's good for everybody else to learn.
Exactly. It's a great way to pool your ideas. So if you want to join us and you're new to us here at Jewellery Maker, what I've literally read out there on the 10th and 14th of December, get down, is the JM Hub, which will give you absolutely free with your first ever purchase. And actually our regulars get this every month anyway. And inside is a list of all the wonderful courses. So I was talking about the December courses now, but of course we have a few left in November as well. Ring the free phone number, and as a first-time buyer as well, we will enable you further with our workshops and tutorials book listing. And here's a list of anything you fancy experimenting in, doing a little bit more of. Natalia's issued loads of different DVDs as well, with a copper clay and a silver clay. And what's that other clay? There's another one, isn't there?
Well, there's copper and bronze clay and silver clay.
That's it, the bronze.
Yeah, we call them the metal clays.
The metal clay. Now that reminds me, I do apologise that we're not launching today, as we mentioned last week, the silver clay template, which was a kit with all of those clays involved. That is simply because one component of that kit we are still waiting on, but we've got lots of the lovely silver clay kits anyway, and Natalia's DVDs in stock, but we will keep you posted on that. We'll let you know, obviously. We want to make sure that we've got everything that goes into that kit for the launch, so it would be remiss of us to sort of launch it and there's a bit missing. Wait on for the breaking news on that, I'm afraid. But we've still got our Natalia, we've still got her beautiful designs to draw on, and her skills in the silver clay art, as well as her jewellery making skills. Now I'm going to be setting her a challenge in a moment, but I think it's time to launch the early bird. Yes, let's do it. Anybody that's new to us, and we love meeting you at the NEC. I've had such lovely reports about. I'm kind of jealous that I wasn't there, but I wouldn't have lasted the day sat on that stool. It's one thing to be sat here for 4 hours, but you know what I mean. It's a big old place. You walk around. It's a long day, isn't it?
My feet are still sore, honestly. And you know, on Monday,
losing a voice.
I lost my voice, and everybody was really pleased about that at home, I have to say. But you know, I was hoarse.
I can't imagine. Well, we were losing Sheila yesterday.
Really?
We were. Her voice, you know. I do know because I've done days like that on other aspects of work, but. Yeah, they're long days, but it was lovely to meet you. So let's launch the early bird, and I'll be explaining how new buyers can get involved with us here at Jewellery Maker, how you can get to meet our guest designers and experience the wonderful world of jewellery making, because quite frankly, I don't think there's anything better in life. And the early bird basically is a way to get your orders started, because we're starting at 9 AM until midnight, one postage and packaging price. Tomorrow 9 AM, obviously another postage and packaging price starts, so it carries you over from midnight till the 9 AM till midnight, if we're getting up this morning, if you know what I mean. So £2.95 postage and packaging per day. So it doesn't have to just stop with one order. We want that parcel to be bulging. We want that parcel to be overflowing, and we would like you to get your order up and running with a fantastic start to the day. And here it is. It is 250 carats of carnelian, that rich, beautiful, rich agate there. You've got the wonderful, I heard Gary Barlow singing that Jeff Wayne song this morning, and I thought, what a lovely phrase. The morning sun coming through the autumn's golden gown. I thought, what a lovely phrase.
It's
I've
lovely,
really
that
listened to
song.
the lyrics before. I love the song. 'Cause you're not here. Gary does a nice job on it, doesn't he?
He does
What
a nice job on
phrase.
everything, doesn't he?
He's getting better with old age, isn't he?
Yes,
He is, isn't he? I didn't fancy him when he didn't take that, but now he's a bit...
I fancy him any time, actually.
Oh, Natalia, fruity sauce pot. Yes, through autumn's golden gown. And that's what I think of when I see carnelian. The rich oranges, the rich golds, those lemonades, those beautiful, gentle blondes, like a butter beer from Harry Potter, and then those rich terracotta reds, and then some just have a little sunrise rising in them, and lovely, big, beautiful puffy coin rounds, 14 millimeters. And I've got some delicious, delicious gems coming up later on as well. And the kits, there's the third kit, which actually is Natalia's favourite. I've spilt the beans there, but it is. That this, I think, would look beautiful in, because we've got a really rich, rare scapolite in that kit, some beautiful chain, and there's some lovely dark wood, and some sunstone as well, and with these golden rich colours, I just think that, and they're a different shape as well. They give the kit an even greater margin for, you know, jewellery making discovery. And you've got a massive, massive injection of beautiful, I mean, they are autumn's golden gown, aren't they? They're the sunrise. I love these crisp, cool mornings when you've got the sun, and the sun warms you up, but there was a lot of frost around this morning. It's very misty out there, be careful. But let's launch, because basically the early bird is about getting a bargain, opening up the baskets on the website, which you've already done, making sure you know, accentuate that bundling and get that kit overflowing, and extend your stash and get your jewellery making juices flowing. $4.95, and we want to start with an early bird special. Yeah, an absolute bargain that is unmissable. Now, this is one of the richest gems of the planet. In later years, it's been relegated in many ways to a semi-precious status. But if I take you back to Roman times, this is one of the most precious gems, way above your beautiful, well, the more obvious, like sapphires and diamonds, because they appreciated richness of colour, and they loved the rich, deep, darker reds they associated with the menfolk, and the lighter golds and butter oranges they associated with the feminine side of the female sex. So this was such a celebrated gem because it was all about colour. Obviously, they didn't have the skill to facet, so it's about the richness of colour. And carnelian was one of the most prized gems on the planet. It's mentioned in the Old Testament there as well. I mean, it stood the test of time. You can see why with that natural beauty, those natural autumnal golds and oranges that really, well, they warm the cockles of your heart, quite frankly, just looking at those sunrise tones. And at $4.95 on the strand itself, it's lovely to see such magical tonality. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, over 30 individual gemstones. They're buttons of beautifulness. And I do bear that in mind for the third kit that we do today, because I really, really think that would look fantastic. Do you, Natalia, because you work with the third kit, I spilt the beans and said it was your favourite,
yeah.
but you should tell us why when we get to it. But do you think this would go?
Oh, it'd go beautifully.
Yeah,
and it was really nice because those colours are they're just so now, aren't they?
Aren't they?
And
They
really
really are.
refreshing. But
I love the trees. It's one of my favourites. It is my favourite time of year, autumn.
Yeah,
I just love the
definitely.
landscape, but the leaves, and because there's something about the sun, you know, on a frosty morning, it makes the trees glow. There's something about that light, that autumn light, which is even more than even summer light. I don't know what it is. It's got an edge.
Amazing, isn't it? And I think that this is quite a good colour that's fashionable at the moment.
Yeah, of course.
It's going to go. There's a lot of camel in the shops.
Muted buff tones, camel tones.
Lovely neutral colours, so that will go
browns.
beautifully with.
Oh yes, we're liking that. $4.95. Well done, everybody on the website. And 12 o'clock. I've got to show you my manager special. Do you know what? Stay there, because I'm only going to do this temporarily because I don't want to look like a ghoul. But you've got to see this. because I just want to light up just how fabulous. I've got 2 high-end strands here, and actually if you were to buy these 3 separately, you would be looking at around £30. But just look at this. This is lemon quartz. I'm just thinking of those autumn's gown, as Gary said this morning in his song to me. Look at that. Look at that for lemon quartz brilliance. How beautiful is the illuminating brilliance in that fabulous lemon quartz. It doesn't stop there. This is one of my favourite gems I'm about to show you now. Prasiolite. The gentle apple greens. I mean, I find this one of the most illuminating gems on the planet. And can you just see the reason I just turned on the light was to show you the extent of the clarity and the brilliance and the inner refractivity of these 2 gemstones. And then they are coupled together with the absolute beauty and minty spearmint fresh and rich purples of fluorite. And just look at that glow. Once you get that sunlight on your fluorite, it fluoresces. That's what that means, to fluoresce, to glow. Oochie me coochie, look at those, eh? That's a bad boy bundle, isn't it? And it's coming up at 12 o'clock today. Now, I'll stop myself looking ghoulish and come back to you. But isn't that beautiful? I just love Manager Special at 12 o'clock. To buy them individually, you're even looking as low as £30. But the quality, well, I'm not going to be at £30. I've got a cracking deal for you this morning, but the quality, I just had to show you. And we've got Fee's favourite. Didn't have any yesterday, didn't have any last week. Botswana, yes! Oh, and I tell you what, Natalia's got a challenge which I'm going to give her now. Am I going to do that now? Let's give her a challenge, because my Botswana goes so beautifully with one of the strands in the kit. See if you agree with me. Now, we didn't get time to do this. This one's already fallen off my temporary strand yesterday. We really, I know it caught Chloe's eye. Is she there with me this morning? The lovely Chloe. She have no soul. Has she gone off? Is it Claire there? She's run away. This beautiful, is it my grey quartz, darling, or my quartzite? I'll double check. I've got such pretty labradorite, quartzite. I just love these softened greys, because I've got this wonderful 3-strand pack later on as well, coming up. That's like in a kit. And then you look at that with the, moonstone, Mystic Rose Quartz, beautiful. So this is 1 strand. We're going to give this to Natalia today. And I love these shapes. They're such a lovely steely grey, and this is a cashmere grey. And again, it's another colour, I'm sure Natalia will tell you as well, that was seen, a storm cloud grey, yeah, that was seen in the winter shades. 2.5 centimetres, 440 carats, and just a lovely shape with that faceting on there. Yeah, they are big, aren't they, at 2.5 centimetres there. They are really big. But we've also got the crackle and starlight of our buttons, our smaller buttons of the actual crackle quartz, 150 carats of the crackle quartz faceted puffy coins. Now these are 12 millimetre. And then, this is such a dynamic. Can you see why? If I just show you those 2, can you see why? Like, I'm just going to pop him in there. I know I am obsessed, but let me just put the Botswana in there. How beautiful does that royal agate look with those grey quartzites? I mean, I just think that is a match made in heaven. So please bear that in mind later on when we bring that to you, because that I just think is heaven ready. We've not seen the grey quartzite with the Botswana. I just think that's absolutely beautiful. Actually, the Botswana with that carnelian, it just goes with everything. It's the law of jewellery maker. And then we've got these stripes. These are such a dynamic, these beautiful striped agates, black and purple agates, striped rounds, faceted as well, 8 millimetre. So lovely lavenders and lilacs there that we could interplay with, well, beautiful gems like ameturine or amethyst, or, you know, just really beautiful. 3 very different shapes for Natalia to work with on today's challenge. So you get all 3. It's called Smoky Violet. And I'll ask Natalia in a moment now what she thinks, because this is what we're going to give her for the challenge. And I just love that smoky colour of that quartzite. Such a rich, silvery moon dove grey, isn't it? It's a real sealskin grey. And then the fun and the crackle and the sparkle. And actually, there's 2 of those strands would look beautiful in our first new kits. Well, all 3 actually, because I've got pink and, you know, I just showed you the moonstone and the labradorite. Natalia, darling, I'm just gonna ask you, what are you thinking? What were your thoughts when you saw these 3?
Well, you know how much I love my quartz, especially crackle quartz, and I just see that, you know, like icicles hanging down on on the gutter on your roof.
On your gutter. It was going so nice until that moment.
I was
Icicles
really
hanging from, I thought she was going to say the trees or your window pane. The gutter.
Do you know why I said gutter? Because there's a man coming to clean my gutters today, so I've got gutters on the brain.
That's all right, darling.
But anyway,
I know where you're going with it.
Cascading icicles, and I just had that kind of wintry Snow Queen Narnia kind of moment. So I want to see those together, you know, just all hanging from chain.
And, Ice Queen.
And then I love the banded agate. I think that's
pretty,
super duper. Yeah. I've never seen anything like that.
No, but we rarely have it, if I'm honest. We rarely have it.
They're like little billiard balls, aren't they? Really cute.
I know they're purple, but only bumblebees.
Yes,
bumblebees, yeah.
Anything with stripes.
Yes, exactly.
Good. So I'm going to have fun with this today because I don't normally get grey stones, and I really like grey as a colour. Yeah. You know, it's quite rare, isn't it, for us to have that?
Yeah, it is. So and I can say it's already proved very popular, so we're looking forward to seeing your designs, because this is what will set the challenge for Natalia. She can only work with, well, she can have a rummage. You can have a rummage underneath, see what you can find under there. But this is what we're going to give Natalia for the challenge, and have a catch up at the end to see what a gorgeous delight she's made from it. But I can say 75%, did I hear right? 75% have already been allocated? Oh, okay, sorry, so 35% has already been allocated. I can't hear. I'm a bit mutton Jeff today. So smoky violet, black purple agate faceted rounds, and your crackle quartz puffy coils. I've only got double figures of these. Can I just announce that now? Okay, it's not a triple figure auction. I've only got double figures, so please, please, please don't miss out for all three beautiful strands. And they look. Let me just show you what's in the first kit and how beautiful they look with the first kit. There you go. So that's why. Yeah, with labradorite, those pinks, another beauty. I know, just gorgeous. And Natalia said herself she's not seen the purple banded agate before, and that'll be because I rarely see it as well. I think I've seen it in the purple and the pink maybe months ago, absolutely months ago. So you're looking at basically £4.30 a strand, which is a steal. And of course, you know, and if you don't know and you're new to us, jewellery makers out there, these are genuine gemstones, okay? And with your first ever purchase, we'll give you our workshop tutorial booklet, we'll give you our monthly hub, we'll give you our DVD about making your jewellery, and we're going to draw on Natalia's talents and see some demonstrations as well that you perhaps might have seen at the NEC as well. And the Jewellery Maker Get Started booklet for the written word, and there's a great expose in there about the silver clay toolkit, which Natalia will take us through later on anyway, and have that one-on-one tutorial. You know, come on the workshop, get that absolutely free. And as we've said before, it is moving into that festive time of year, you know, when the icicles are hanging from your gutter. Gotta be careful. We had one that was, I'll tell you what, it was deadly. It fell on you. It was deadly. You gotta be you gotta be careful. I knocked it down with the broom in the end because I felt, because it was right where you put your key in the door, and I thought, well, if that landed on me, there'd be no more me. So yes, it's moving into that festive time of year when these make great gift ideas as well, because you can start with one of the most beautiful kits I'm going to show you next in a moment. There's not going to be enough to go around, quite frankly, and you know, it's got all the components you need in jewellery, and Natalia shows some beautiful designs. So let's get our order up and running. Well done to you on the web. Make sure to check out. And don't miss out, £12.95. Get the look, yeah, baby. Let's get the look. All right. So Natalia's got her favourite at the end. I think this is my favourite. I don't think. That's a silly thing to say. I know it's my favourite. Why am I saying I think? It's like I don't know myself. This is actually my favourite. And don't get me wrong, Natalia's favourite is beautiful. They're all beautiful kits today, but this is my favourite. And can you see why? It's a magical combination, you see, because I think two of the prettiest gems together are rose quartz and labradorite. But you've also got, from the same feldspar family, rainbow moonstone. Woo! Look at those lovely shapes. We've got glitter, we've got glitz, we've got sparkle. Oh, we've got tremendous bounteousness. And oh, forgive me, I must tell you as well in a moment. That citrine, that praise light I showed you earlier, that's coming up in the next hour, isn't it, darling? I showed you, my manager special is something else. I so apologise, Kelly. I got them the wrong way round. I do apologise, everybody. I'll show you my, I know, I just can't get the staff, can you really? It's professional people you thought were working here. So let's go back to this now everything is here that you need, new jewellery makers. So you get your DVD, you get your booklet, you get your hard magazine with behind the scenes news, all free. Just let the call centre know if you're buying this as a gift for somebody and you're a regular and you just think, I want the starter pack as well, because I'm going to introduce somebody new to Jewellery Maker, and that's what we want to do, increase our family, because we've got everything you need here at the best price points. Don't go anywhere else, because we deal in the best. We've been doing it for years. We know what we do, and we can do it the best for you. Labradorite should show a shiller if it's a beautiful quality, and should have a beautiful, what we call the Firestone shiller of blue or violet or gold, and it's fleeting like a photographic flash. Look at that. Can you see that at home? Beautiful, isn't it? And look at that faceting, it's dove grey. Oh, you see ultraviolet blue, you might have a bit of, oh, there's a bit of greeny gold going on there. You know, it might be violet, it might be blue, it might be purple. And just look at that for a sparkle. It's a flash. Labradorescence, the tiny, tiny inclusions creating that flash, that rolling flash of colour, peachiness there. But you also get, and you will see even more of this at home, the sparkle, tiny little micro inclusions that sparkle like fairy dust. They sparkle like fairy dust. So it's got two of these wonderful optical properties in it. And this is 150 carats of absolute beautifulness. Now, I think one of the finest accessories. And you forgive me if you don't agree, but I just think it's one of the most beautiful combos is to mix in a bit of rose quartz. I can't think of anything nicer, quite frank. Oh, the labradorescence is overflowing. I tell you what, there's greens, there's blues, there's golds. Beautiful. Let's put in that rose quartz. Ooh, Chimicucci. 380 carats of big 12mm candy baby pink cotton candy rose quartz deliciousness, and that gem glows. These orbs, they do. I know officially they don't fluoresce, but they have an illuminating beauty to them. Lovely gentleness. So you've got a wonderful faceting, lovely shine on the rounds, lovely shiller of labradorescence, and then let's stay in the feldspar family. Let's stay in the autoclaves family and bring you the magical gem of new beginnings, the moonstone. Now, moonstone's shiller is called angelorescence because it's less of a photography flash and more of a billowing. Ooh, I've arrived. He's this 60s beatnik gem. Your moonstone is your beatnik. They're doing it a bit slower, a bit more laid back. They're definitely, yes, he's got a 60s. I'd say your labradorite is your 80s vibe. I'm here, I'm now, I'm flash. And then your moonstone, ooh, I'm a beatnik 60s, I'm angelorescent, I'm just flowing and billowing. And then look, you've got this beautiful, beautiful glow, and you get this white billowing angelorescent. Look at that clarity, it's definitely from the Tamil Nadu region of India because of the quality of that moonstone, which is a mahusit. Ooh, shiller! 30 carats, 4x3mm faceted rondelles. This is beautiful, this is sparkle, this is brilliance, this is gorgininess. Now, you can see I could talk about these gems all day because I absolutely love, love, love their intrinsic characteristics, their beautiful, their optical properties, and actually the way in which they've been faceted. I think those three are just dynamic together. We've also got the 0.8 purple wire. Now, we're going to get a little demonstration from Natalia in terms of one of the pieces with this wire as well, because it's fundamental in the kit, so it's nice to see it being worked. And, you know, we've got our wire work DVDs and our wire work workshops as well, if you're unsure, but it's there in the kit anyway. 0.8 is a great starter gauge as well. So you've got 10 meters of that rich blueberry purple. Then, blueberry, we've got the beading wire, we've got the elastic, we've got the monofilament. Fundamental threading materials. We've got our black and pink organza bags, which we always have in there for storage or presentation capacity. And actually, later on, we've got a great organza bag bundle, don't we, darling? So for presentation for Christmas or selling or whatever, there's 50 bags in the bundle, so stay tuned. And you've got silver-plated copper findings, 100 of them. You know, a meter of that chain, that open loop chain. you've got shepherd hooks, 3 pairs of earrings, I'm away with the fairies, 15 head pins, 15 crimp bead covers, 10 jump rings that are 7mm, another silver-plated beads that are 10 of those. We've got the silver-plated copper eye pins, 10 of those. A pair of chandeliers of dingle-dangle shoulder dusters. We've got crimp beads, 20 of those, as well as the crimp bead covers, as I said. A wonderful heart toggle clasp, a beautiful singular round toggle clasp, and a bolt ring clasp and jump ring. I mean, you've got 100. You won't even get through all of those. I know Natalia didn't even use all of those. So if you're looking to get started, you've got 3 of the most fabulous gems on the planet, the most beautiful, with optical properties that are so rare. You know, this angulorescence, this labradorescence that you're seeing, the schiller, you know, top quality gemstones only expose that kind of natural beauty. And so you've got 3 of the finest gemstone strands. You've got your lovely wire as well as your threading and monofilament, and you've got silver-plated copper findings over, well, 100 pieces basically. So you've got your free DVD, you've got your Get Started booklet, you've got everything you need. And I already know that the jewellery is going to be effortlessly beautiful because you've got 3 of the finest gemstone strands. I know some kits you might go in 2 different directions. You might think, I need to add to this. I don't think you need to do anything with this. The shapes, the gems, the quality. It's my favourite of all 3 today, and I'm loving Natalia's jewellery as well, which we'll have a little look at in a moment. But I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces made minimum, and I know she would have had loads left over as well. And this is the great thing, you get so much in this kit. You're not going to all at once, but you divide 7 pieces of jewellery into the price point, start adding it up, and you think, well, how much did I pay for that faux ring? 5. Did I pay 10 quid for that necklace I wore the other week? You know, and you start adding it up. Yeah, and these are real gemstones that you're investing in. And the other beautiful thing is you're making what you want to wear. And say in a year's time you think, oh, I've gone off that, take it apart and make something else. Let's do it. Let's have our first new kit of the day, with 3 of the most beautiful strands I could hope for you at a mere $24.95. Now, for those 3 strands each, if I went, you know, okay, I'll tell you what, I'll do you a deal. I'll give you that rainbow moonstone. The finest area for this is the Tamil Nadu region of India. I'll give you that for 7 quid. Then I'll give you my fantastic, beautifully labradorite, and you can see all that wonderful labradorescence. Go on then, have it for another £7. Ah, you're taking from me now. Let me give you that rose quartz, 350 carats. Go on then, have it for another £7. That's £21 straight away. Then for another £4, 100 pieces of sterling silver plated copper, plus your beading wire. You know, this is how you've got to break it down. You know this is not the worth of value of the kit. This is just a bundleicious bit of beautifulness and bounteousness to start the day. And it's your first kit of the morning. And it's my personal favourite. Natalia's got her personal favourite later on. But talking of that lovely lady, let's go and see her and have a look at those designs, because they are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's have another look at those gemstones. Oh, I love them, I love them, I love them. I love them. Do you think I love them? I do. It's not hard to love them, is it?
Very lovable.
It's effortless. It's effortless. And I love your designs. Gorgeniness. You know why? Because I'm obsessed with earrings. She's made 4 pairs of earrings.
I have. Do you know, it's because the earring kind of time of year, isn't it?
Yes,
got my hair up today and you're just crying out for earrings. I have worn them before. Just, you know, when it's Christmas time, when, you know, you're going out a bit more, hopefully, or you've got the family round and you want to dress up.
People just make more of an effort, don't they?
Yeah, hopefully. And if you're a jewellery maker and a jewellery designer, then you've got no excuse. You're going to make something to wear for yourself.
But we can be a little bit more adventurous, a little bit more flash with it, can't we?
Yeah, of course we can.
It's a fun time of year.
Yeah. Really festive and elegant, and this is such an elegant kit, isn't it? You know, the subtlety of the shades of the gemstones, and then the rainbow moonstone. Oh, it's just, they're like little diamonds.
Gorgeous.
Which is why I left those together. When I did the earrings, I wanted them all side by side. I didn't want to break them up because I just felt like it was a bit sacrilege to do that.
Absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful, because they're so pretty themselves, as you said. Sacrilege to just let them sit there and do the beauty. And that's just simply attached with a chain and the toggle. If I show everybody at home, the lovely toggle at the back.
And do you know, there's something great about having these different, you know, you've got the small clasp and then you've got the sort of classic toggle, and then you've got the little stylised heart. And because it's all circles, then you know your whole design has a lovely flow to it, because you've got the toggle
cylindrical. Yes, exactly.
For the design you're making.
Beautifully thought out. Yeah. Never thought of it in that way, but yeah, exactly, all the rounds. And then staying with the rounds, if I just move this one to your eye line there, again, it just goes to show you how far these gems do go.
Yeah.
Beautiful, this is bubblicious, this is.
Isn't it? And I wanted to use the wire here, so I've done this cluster in the middle with the wire, and I thought I did 3 separate strands of wire, threaded those gemstones on, and then I just bunched them up and you know, posed them. And I thought, however they land is how it's going to look. Because sometimes your pieces need a focal point.
Yeah.
There's something that, you know, your eye does it does a circle of the piece that you've made, and then it wants to rest somewhere. So it gives somebody something to rest their eyes
Focus on. Yeah. And that is beautiful as well. And then moving to the earrings, I mean, this is something you're going to show us. Am I right there, darling? Yes. So I'll just show these first of all, but I won't linger, because this is what we're going to have a little look at. Because of course you do get that delicious blueberry purple wire in there. And then you've made these lovely loops. And again, that's such a great way to see the light going through that moonstone.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. And the labradorite just finishes it off.
Like you said, that focal point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a gorgeous little nest ring.
Well, I was with Laura Binding for 4 days, watching her do 2 demos a day of wire ring making, and how could I not? You know, and I was sitting there, every gemstone wanted to be made into a ring, so I had to rein myself in.
Good girl yourself.
Turn myself down, but you know, those were quite big gemstones, and I thought, well, that'd make a lovely ring.
It does, and it can stand. What I mean is, it's still glowing through the depth of that purple wire. It stands out, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Really does. He's not going to hide, is he? And then lovely, simple, elegant drops. You know, you've got the length, but you haven't got bulk there, so they're beautiful, very elegant. Not dissimilar to, you know, the style of what you're wearing yourself. And then these, I know my producer loves these. Little chandeliers. So again, only a fraction, I dare say, of what was in the kit was used. You know, I mean, obviously all the gems, but. Yeah,
and I always use all my chain up, because I think the chain in the kits, I think for me it's just the icing on the cake. I love making things with chain, so you'll see later.
Well, exactly, in your third kit, some beautiful sterling silver chain, and in about an hour from now we are going to have a little silver clay demonstration as well with Natalia, because that is very much a speciality area of her work, but that's in about an hour. So in the meantime, let's have a little look at these beautiful earrings and how can we emulate them? How can we go about making them?
Like a little cage, those, and they remind me of, you know, the pumpkin carriage, the Cinderella.
Oh yes,
burlesque. Yes. Ooh la la.
They do look like Cinderella's carriage, don't they?
Yeah, so Cinderella's carriage if you want the Disney version, and if you want the kind of adult version, it's burlesque.
Burlesque. See the different ways our minds work.
I
She's
know.
Cinderella and I'm burlesque.
Yes, I'm
all,
so sweet and innocent. Disney princess, that's me.
She was in the gutter earlier.
Yes. I'm hoping there's a man in my gutter when I get back. He said he was going to come and clean them out, so yeah, a girl can live in hope.
Well, a girl can hope.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, getting out of the gutter, let's get back to jewellery making. So what I did was I took one of the, is this rose quartz?
The rose quartz, darling, yeah.
Okay, I had a temporary
That's all right, you were transistor.
And then one of my eye pins. Kit, and then I just thread that on like that.
Okay, darling, yeah.
And we will need this eye pin loop. Don't do it with a head pin, because you will definitely need the loop later on.
Right, I see, okay.
And then I've taken a length of wire which is about, what would you say, about 6 inches long, 6 or 8 inches long, just to have plenty of wire so you don't run out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in a couple of 3 inches and just bend that around the base of, you have to just move your stone up, bend that around the base of the eye pin and just twist it a couple of times. You can see it's got a bit of a snaky effect, which we don't want, so use my pliers just to nudge that together. Yeah. So you need, flat nose pliers would do a better job, Natalia. Let's do it on the other side, and there you go. So you've got your wire nice and secure there, so you can pop your bead back on. And then what you do is you just take your wire down, and you can see what happens to wire naturally is it just starts to bend and curve.
Yeah.
And normally I'd get nylon pliers and I would straighten it out, but I don't want to because that actually adds to the effect. Don't want it to be a bit wavy.
Does help around the gem.
Yeah, absolutely. So just holding the base of it and then just press with your finger down on the wire so that you get a nice tight fit around the top of the head pin, eye pin, sorry, and then I'm just taking that all the way around and then I'm going to go back down. And then just do this in a random kind of fashion. Keep pushing that together so it doesn't get too proud. And then just taking it around. And you end up with a really interesting pattern. And just keep twirling.
Reminds me of those as well. Did you ever get those satin baubles and have the gold edging around them that just wraps around at certain points as well? They're like the 70s baubles, aren't they, in the tree?
Definitely. And then I've just taken that all the way around and either trim it off or tuck it in. And this spare bit we've got here, again, just pull it down and then take it around the base and finish that off until you end up with something that looks like this, which is all neat and tidy and finished. And then you'll see you have a really nice piece of wire at the end of it for you to make another loop with to attach to your earring wires. So I'm going to just do a right angle bend on that wire and I'm just going to cut it into a loop so it mirrors the bottom. So I usually use my fingers to measure how much wire I need to cut off. And usually I just do kind of half a nail's length is the way that I do that. Nothing technical there. And then just use your round nose pliers and just turn that loop to finish it. And then you have a really nice little loop to attach to your earring wire. And then I finished it by adding one of the labradorite plates onto a head pin, so you don't have anything else dangling from there, so a head pin is fine. And you could just turn a loop with that and then add one of the jump rings from the kit if you want to. But I just popped that straight onto there, so straight on. And then again, turn it at a right angle, and then I'm going to do so I'm pushing the wire back, and then I'm going to do a wrap loop on there.
Gives it a little bit of dingle-dangle.
A bit of dingle-dangle, which is really good, nice and Christmassy, nice and glamorous. And then if you can, take that wire all the way around. If you can't, then just give it a little trim at the base. I've got very, very unsharp cutters today. And there we have that. We just attach an earring wire at the top, just open an earring wire up and
minutes to make, and how beautiful is that?
Isn't that? And it
deliciously beautiful.
You could do it in a bigger scale, you know, with Christmas baubles.
Yes,
if you wanted
indeed.
to, or anything that you can find in hand. You can get these polystyrene little balls, and you could cover it with fabric. And another idea for Christmas decoration there.
Gorgeous. Absolutely fabulous. Thank you, Natalia. Brilliant. And we are going to join Natalia for a silver clay demonstration about an hour from now, as well as the other two kits. But it's a great one to start with, isn't it? If you're just looking to get involved, and no doubt you met a lot of new jewellery makers at the NEC, as well as the fabulous regulars as well.
We did. I was helping Sheila and Linda with their make and takes, and they were doing earrings, and then they were doing stretchy bracelets. And it took me back to because everybody started, you know, not having ever picked a pair of pliers up and showing people how to work with the head pins, and that look on their face, you know, of that real joy that they'd made something and that they could do it. And it was actually quite straightforward. So I love that.
You can do it. It is straightforward, and you can start simple, but I know the wire work as well, as you just demonstrated, proved very popular, and there's a lot of people that haven't sort of delved into that area of their jewellery making yet. And yeah, so give it a go, give it a go. We just, you know, if you just, like Natalia said, if you just thought you've never had the capability or the design flair, promise you, we'll start the journey with Jewellery Maker, and you'll just discover a whole new area to your talents. Talking of which, yesterday we had the prize draw, looking at some of your designs, and next week. So let's have a look this week at some of your designs in the Wall of Fame. Lovely. I had a lovely lantern bead bundle yesterday as well, and this reminds me. Me too. They're just gorgeous in designs, as you can see in this design. Number 424, and this is from Sarah, close nearby in the West Midlands. Sarah Aldrich, and says it's her first ever entry into the Wall of Fame. Now, she's been making jewellery for just under a year, and she's become a huge fan of the show. But she says, I've never had the confidence to apply before. I hope it's good enough to be an entry. Of course it is. We don't even judge. It's fantastic. She says that she's made it for her mother-in-law for Christmas. Oh, I hope the mother-in-law's not watching. Using the rose gold coloured mesh beads, the green and purple quartzite. She says, I hope she likes it, and I hope she's not watching if it's shown on TV. Oh, I know. Oh, we'll become scuppered if she does. But thank you for all the inspiration you offer every day and for all of your tempting deals. My bank account can't take any more, so I have to be lucky this week. Well, good luck. Sarah from the West Midlands, and I know she'll love that. That's 424. Good luck. Beautiful design.
Okay, and this one we're oohing and ahhing over because that is just stunning with the lovely gizmo work with the wire, but also the colours. Isn't it gorgeous?
That silver with the ice blue. Beautiful.
And this is, I think this is one of our old favourite regulars here. So this is 422, and it says, first entry to the wall for a while, have been out of things a bit as I had a bad fall a couple of weeks ago and broke my ankle. 4 fractures, dislocated to boot, there's a pun in there somewhere. Now back home from hospital, ankle screwed together, metal placed and plastered, and catching up with JM New Studio. Oh, and then she's, on top of all that, she's making jewellery, bless you. This is Lorraine Hamilton. Oh, Lorraine. And she said, this is the first time I've made anything using the gizmo, following Rachel Norris's basic DVD. She's so inspiring and a great teacher. See? And with the I can't say that word, aquamarine. It's really lovely and looks beautiful in real life. I bet it does. So well done, Lorraine, and I hope you're feeling better. It's nothing worse than broken bones, is there?
It's so dull, isn't it? It's just because you can't do it. It's so debilitating as well, but clearly not with the Jewellery Maker. That is beautiful, Lorraine. And it just goes to show how easy and accessible the DVDs are. I mean, that's a first attempt with one of Rachel's DVDs. So, because we do our DVDs, and the nice thing is you can take it at your own pace, and you've done the silver clay, of course, and you've done the copper and the bronze. So you can just explore, you know, if you can't visit us here and do a workshop, you can do it in the comfort of your own home with the DVDs as well. They make great presents as well to explore other areas of your jewellery making. Funnily enough, one of the workshops we were talking about at the end of this month, I can't remember the date, was it the 25th? I was only talking about it yesterday, the Tree of Life workshop. 26th was it, a Monday? Yeah, 26th of November. You can just call the free phone number as well. Red jade rounds and rondelles, black agate, red coral, and this is Carol, another regular there, Carol MacDonald from Fife in Scotland. 421, and this is what I'm talking about here, the Tree of Life, and we showed you a few yesterday, but the 26th of November. And the way to access those workshops is by ringing the free phone number and talking to the call centre, and that will be with Laura Binding. And indeed, when we do Silver Clay at 10:30 with Natalia, I'll remind you of her workshops in December as well.
Great, those trees. You never need to do any pruning on them, do you?
They do like little gem bonsais. That's what I like about them.
I want to keep adding gemstones to them, you know, any new ones that I get. Okay, this is number 423, and this is Lynn, and she's from Largs, and she says, hi all at JM, my entry for Wall of Fame this week is a simple set made using some of the Rainbow's End kit. The gold coral tubes are almost like finding gold at the end of the rainbow. Aww. I need to get around to taking pictures of my recent work to send as they're more interesting pieces of jewellery than this simple set, but I'm looking forward to having a table at a craft fair in aid of the MS Society on one evening this coming week. Well, I don't think that that's plain. I think that's beautiful.
Not at all. Simple is good sometimes. Simple is best, you know.
Can you imagine, just with a simple white shirt,
beautiful,
stunning pieces of jewellery, gorgeous.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
And this is number 420, and a lovely nuggety goodness. I think I'm thinking sea garnets here and pearls. She says she's had a great time at the NEC. This is Abby Prescott Bird from Newport. And she came home with inspiration to start making some rich Christmassy themed jewellery for the party season. So I got my stash out, she says, I had a rummage, and then the rich garnet reds and the opulent pearls. So it's her first Christmas creation with garnet chips and the mink and gold freshwater pearls, all from Jewellery Maker. And she's got everything crossed that my number gets picked. Well, Abby, your design is beautiful. We were just talking about the festive Christmassy designs. 420, Abby, watch for the manager's special. I'll do it at 12 o'clock. I say that because there's garnets in there. There's faceted coated pyrite and a beautiful faceted agate, just a delicious threesome. If you love your Christmassy sparkles, I think you'll love that manager special at 12. Now, we are going to later on show you how to enter the Wall of Fame, but on this little interlude, I'd like to show you how to get involved with the Tree of Life workshop on the 26th with Laura of November, with Laura Binding. So let's show you all about that and come back with more fabulous offers here at Jewellery Maker.
Join Jewellery Maker and guest designer Laura Binding for a fun-packed day discovering the addictive appeal of wirework with a twist. This specialised workshop is ideal for anyone who is interested in creating gemstone trees and using the Tree of Life technique. Laura will introduce the fundamentals of this art form and guide you through each step on how to craft such interesting pieces. The full course includes a range of different wires, a double strand of chips, a tea light holder, use of all relevant tools, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios, and a chance to meet the presenters and a visit to our Gemstone Museum. All of this for just $69.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
Did you know that every individual gemstone in our Gems of Distinction collection goes through a 7-stage intricate process to get from the rough to a beautiful bead?
If for any reason you're not satisfied, you have the benefit of our no-quibble money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
Now I've got a little cheeky something coming down. It's going to be a surprise at some point. Even I don't know what it is. I think Ed does this to test me. Will I know what it is? Will I be able to talk about it? Probably not, but I'll give it a go. Coming up at some point, so we're all looking forward to a surprise manager special. But the manager special I'm doing at midday today because I know you're going to love this. I know Natalia thought it was sumptuous. Just have a little look, feast your eyes, which is why I mentioned this a moment ago on the Wall of Fame. You've got the beautiful rich garnets, the delicious beauty of your black faceted agate, and then look at that coated hematite, faceted as well. Bundle, isn't that gorgeous? So that's coming up about midday as well. So that's a planned manager special, but I've got a surprise manager special as well. So just wanted to, and those ones I showed you earlier, because I know somebody's already called into the call centre, we're going to do it in the next hour. You know that wonderful Prasiolite and the lemon quartz and the fluorite? I mean, it's flower fresh, so that's springtime, isn't it? So that will be in the beginning of the, we'll probably do it about 10:15. Yeah, just so you know. I'll get the light on again, because it's just delicious. Delicious. Right, in the meantime, let's unleash a beautiful bundle. Now, although this is another garnet, I've never seen it faceted like this. This is fantastic. See what you think. Look at these 6-sided hexagons. Absolutely beautiful. 4 by 6 millimeters. 55 carats, delicious, absolute delicious colour. That is beautiful. Do you think that's beautiful? I think that's beautiful. Hold on a minute. Have you got a recording of this, darling? And then I've got my green agate 8mm rounds. So it's like your poppy and your holly. And the most beautiful, beautiful citrine. Look at those golds. These are delicious. 40 carats of citrine. Fabulous 3 sets of gems. Now I'm just rummaging. I've gone rummaging because a viewer was very kind, and finally I got a torch. Finally! And you know what? I'm on the floor and I never have it with me, and then I think, I know where it is. It's in my bag. Here it is. Fine. I can't remember the lovely lady. She sent it to me as well. Sorted me out, because I'm always going, I ain't got a torch, I ain't got a torch. She sent me one. Look, because I want to show you. Little keyring torch. This garnet is just beautiful. I don't know if this will work, but let's get a bit of light. Let's get a bit of light. So I will always have the torch with me. Ah, beautiful, rich reds. Gorgeous. It's almost casting a bit of a blue light. I'm not sure that's really helped, but just look at those. Look at the sparkle. These are a real day stone, and you just need to get them out in the daylight. And just look at the sparkle of that beauty. I mean, look at that for clarity. Ooh, that citrine is just gorgeous. November's birthstone. So you've got those wine reds with those sunshine blossom golds, and then it's like your holly, isn't it? Your beautiful rich greens of those agates, and again they glow. Look at that! Ooh, look at the glow of them. You get a bit of light on there. They're just fantastic. I just love the shapes. You've got faceted rondelles of the citrine. Yeah, really interesting shapes. The hexagon garnets are just so beautiful, and we've just seen a little bit behind the scenes of our you know, how those gems are cut. You know, all cut by hand, drilled by hand, and the glow. This, you know, those plain rounds. You'll use them over and over again, and those lovely, lovely greens. You could actually do little hollyberry decorations, couldn't you? But it's like your sunshine on the leaves in the garden with the little red poppy colours there. Just beautiful. 3 fabulous strands there, and it's called Festive Cheer to get us in the mood. It's like mulled wine. Yeah. And then, you know, Nana's got the eggnog out, but this is far brighter than any eggnog, isn't it? And then you've got these beautiful minty greens there, your after 8 mints there. Oh, do you think they're beautiful? I think they're absolutely beautiful, these 3. They're glowing. And I'm thinking about the kits later on as well, still to come, and how beautiful they'd integrate with the kits. Festive Cheer, so 40 carats of that. That citrine is just delicious. Absolutely delicious. It is just glowing, beautiful. Have a look. Whoa, look at that clarity. Ooh, look at the glow there. Just beautiful. And then the glow, look at the greens as well on the agates. Ooh, semi-translucency there. Again, beautiful in a glow, and the rich mulled wine reds of those garnets. It's just such a fabulous shape as well that we don't tend to explore very often here on Jewellery Maker. All genuine gemstones, natural garnets. You've got your rich golden iron, rich citrines, November's birthstone. Lovely vivid, the saturation of those vivid green agates are a lovely bright green, aren't they? There's a lovely liveliness to them. They're not dull or lackluster. There's a lovely brightness, which is why I went rummaging for the torch. So 3 beautiful gem strands there. Let's give you a beautiful Jewellery Maker price. That is nowhere else would you see such a deal as this. I know, gorgeous. I'd pay that just for the garnet. Do you know, that is 55 carats of garnet. Do you think? This is my outfit. Don't have to do much, do I? Put it with a bit of Botswana. Mix it in maybe with the oranges, the carnelian, to give it a bit of oomph. That's just so rich and beautiful, isn't it? And then, I mean, just the quality. This is top end. I mean, the reason I keep going on about the glow is because of the quality and the clarity. You wouldn't get such an instant glow from that citrine unless the brilliance of the gemstones were exceptional. You know, because light is stopped by inclusions in a gemstone, in a natural gemstone. You don't get that inner, what we call the inner refractivity. It's the bend of the angle of light as it is slowed down in the density of the gemstone. And inclusions stop the light returning back to your eye, which is why you don't get such utter brilliance unless they are fabulous to start with, which is what's so fabulous about that citrine. And then we've got these, and then these just great in your stash. These are just so Christmassy, aren't they? It's like Santa all wrapped up. Just beautiful. And I love the shapes. Hexagons, when do we see hexagon shapes? And the time that it's taken to cut those garnets into that hexagon shape. And you know, you're not paying $10.95 for just the one beautiful strand, my lovely new jewellery makers and the regulars out there. You're paying $10.95 for all 3 strands today. I know. Did you get those emeralds yesterday? Oochie McCoochie, weren't they fabulous? They were very, very popular. Well done. Getting a little bit of a queue on the phone line, but you know what? We're waiting about the maximum of 10 seconds, if that. So for what? Yeah, for £10.95, 3 amazing gemstone strands for under £11 and quality. We're talking garnets, we're talking those golden citrines and those rich, vivid, you know, there's a lovely vividness, a brightness to those agates there. They glow. £10.95, MHGC15 is the code, and all you've got to do is ring that free phone number right now and take advantage, and it's yours. Now, now the queues are building, there's probably about a 50-second wait. I can see, the call centre can see, the call centre are, you know, part of our own family here. We're all part of the one company, so they're not employed in another district. You know, they're under the same umbrella. They understand Jewellery Maker, they understand gemstones. You know, they can answer many more questions than even I can answer. So, you know, if you're worried, if you're struggling, if you've got questions to ask, the nice thing is you're dealing with our own call centre who can physically help you directly as soon as you ring that free phone number. So please hang on in there. You might be getting the options. If you are, just wait on in there, because it's not a done deal until we physically answer that call and make sure that you are successful. So stay on the line, because that's a success story. Beautiful. Now, got a little cheeky pendant offer. This is our hearts, so we'll get loved up. 2 hearts beat as one. Does that fill? Lovely, smashing. Now you could incorporate this in the silver clay hour later on as well at 10:30. We'll be exploring both the workshops that she's got in December, but also her silver clay DVDs and her silver clay CDs as well. Not CDs, you're not singing about it, are you? The DVDs that you've done with us and your own private DVDs. Everything you need to know about silver clay. We'll be getting a demonstration in half an hour from the lovely Natalia as well. And Natalia works with silver clay that is literally reconstituted silver particles, and she'll talk more about that. Because of course a lot of silver is used in industry, and was it the Japanese? They found a way, it was the Japanese, wasn't it? They found a way of reclaiming that silver because it's such a good conductor, such fantastic memory. It's used a lot in industry, in electronics, in your phones, in medical, in computers, in spacecraft. And the Japanese, they're wily, they're not wasting anything, are they? They've found a way to reclaim silver particles and create what we call silver clay, which we'll talk more about. But in the meantime, extracting your silver and getting that 92.5% pure silver is what we've got, these 2 beautiful pendants. Now it's a 3-heart circle pendant, and you can incorporate these with your silver clay designs or make your own. And then you've got the circles in a heart pendant. Now they're 3 by 4 centimeters and 3 by 3.3 centimeters there. 2 beautiful hearts that can be incorporated in a necklace. You know, you haven't got a bail as such, but you can see the openness of the design, which means you can just thread through with ribbon or cord. It could be overlaid. You could integrate beautiful gems like those citrines, the birthstone, create tassels. You could have one design incorporating both if you want the symmetry. But a lovely way to express I love you, the gift of jewellery that you have made, and with the expression of that eternal heart, which we all recognise. Now, these are really solid silver, and we're going to give you a little bit of a bundle, because when you sell these separately, you're really looking at about, at least by Jewellery Maker standards, what are these retailing on the web, what, £10, £12 each? Because they're solid sterling silver, maybe even more, but because we bundled them together, we're going to give you a massive saving today. I'm just going to put this up to the neckline, Tommy, so you can just see the size, because there's a lot of silver, and silver is the most highly reflective of all your precious metals, way above your platinum, and just has the most beautiful way of reflecting the light. So you can just see, you see that? You could just keep it very simple with the chain, as Natalia said. You could sew within there your gemstones on the monofilament. You could incorporate it into an asymmetric necklace to give it, you know, that funky edge. So very, very striking, and you've got two different choices there. And these key feature points, you know, as Natalia was saying earlier, they're focal points in your jewellery that draw the eye, that let the eye rest on, and you can just look at that reflection. Look at that, and Tommy's like meters away from me across the room. That is the reflectivity of precious silver. That's how beautiful. It's kind of got that contemporary edge, which is why a lot of fabulous designers, you know, innovative designers like Natalia love working with your silver, because, you know, it just gives you such a flair, such a direction of work, contemporary edge. Just really gives your designs the edge as well. So we bundle the two together so that you can make a massive saving today. That's what today's all about. And so you're going to get a great price point on both of these. And we're thinking of the silver clay, of course, later on as well, which, you know, is just amazing. Even I've worked with a silver clay, and that's saying something. And that's only because of Natalia. It's only because of Natalia. She inspired me, and off I went with my silver clay art kit. I've still got some clay to do. I'm trying to sneak in on one of the ring workshops. I have to be around the building to do it. She let me sneak, but I'm never here when you do them.
Yeah. Oh, we'll have to make sure you are then.
I know. If Priscilla comes early, I'll just pop in. I'll leave with Nana.
well, lots of nannies in the room to look after.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty, let's ring the free phone number. Let's get that price up, and let's make sure we can incorporate these in your wonderful Christmassy designs. Maybe you're making something for your mom, your sister. Who's your best friend? Alrighty, something naughtiness is happening in the gallery, because the only reason the graphics have gone out is because we're going to go even lower than we said we were going to go. I haven't said where we were going to go, because even I haven't party that knowledge yet. Apart from that, it's fantastic. But I've been told to brace myself, grab the gin and get ready. I'm grabbing the gin. There's only half a cup left. We're only an hour into the show. Jackie boy, you'll have to get me some more. Crazy. Sterling solid silver. Sterling solid silver. 2 fabulous hearts, large 3-heart pendants, circles in a heart pendant. I'm not ready. What? These are like at least £9.95, £12.95 each on our website. £4.90 for the pair. For the pair, Natalia.
Wow. That's amazing.
£2.50.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You can't buy silver charms for that.
You can, and you know, I just get them just for myself and put them on my own jewellery.
Exactly, incorporate it with your silver clay in your own jewellery anyway.
Yeah.
That's the fun, isn't it? We can work with the silver clay, we can buy the silver under £5. And then you think that first kit with the labradorite and the moonstone and the rose quartz. Yeah. That would be beautiful. And then don't forget as well, oh my word, I've just gone over the top now. Prasiolite, the lemon quartz, the fluorite, that fantastic high-end 3-strand kit there, and with your sterling silver there, those 2 pendants for under £5. Make sure you're dialing now while there is stock availability. I can think of nothing finer for you. One of the most illuminating gems. You need to be dialing. They're flying out. You know, got those 3 beautiful strands still to come, which would look gorgeous interspersed amongst this beautiful bed of silver here. You would pay more than that for one of these on our own website. So, oh, do you know what as well? The manager special at 12. That lovely, lovely faceted, and the garnet. Oh, party, party, party. You know, well, if I can unravel myself here, look at that. Ooh. Yeah, a bit glamour puss or what? Yeah, fantastic with our manager special. That would be beautiful, wouldn't it? The pieces you could create, that fabulous bundle later. £5, you've seen it, you're watching. Well done you, this is your reward. New jewellery makers, this is not the norm. You know the value of your solid silver. It peaked in March this year, it dipped in June, it peaked again in October. Silver is a rare commodity, a noble precious metal on the gem market and on the precious, you know, with your platinum and your gold. And great investment, but it's extremely rare, extremely precious. And you know the value is a lot greater than £5 for 2 of those solid silver, sterling silver, 925% pure silver pendants. That is a joy for under £5. If you know Nana's out and about doing the shopping down at Aldi or Lidl, or she's off up Asda, then make sure you get it, because she'll only berate you. She says, 2 of those for £5, why didn't you get me one? What can you get for a £5 these days? Solid. Yeah, you struggle to get you'd struggle to get a silver charm under a tenner. Yeah, and look at the size of these. I'm not even saying they're the charms, but I'm just comparing what is little and silverish and could be even come close to that price. Silver plate you wouldn't even get for that. So fantastic. Stay on the line on that free phone number. I'm down to double figures. Give us a call and repeat. All I can say is good luck, but well done to you for watching and dialing in the live show. Botswana is a looming. It's the most beautiful gem in the world. Yeah, that's what I think anyway. See if you agree. It's coming. Look at this. Look at that, the royal of your agates. I think we've broken the computer and sent the Paul call centre into overdrive. Coming up, nothing is more beautiful than Botswana, and you need to see that to believe it. That would be so beautiful with that labradorite in that first kit. Gorgeous. And yesterday you saw me go absolutely berserk when I saw the citrine or was it lemon quartz? Well, anyway, it was in Sheila's boutique pack, double drilled. Oh, it was divine. I have the smoky quartz, same strand, double drilled, just fantastic. Awesome, awesome, beautiful, beautifulness. Put it with the Botswana, put it with the lemon quartz or the Prasiolite in that lovely high-end bundle. Just make the magic happen and your jewellery making go into another stratosphere. It's the best you've ever seen, seriously. That's what we put in our beautiful gold on our sister channel. It doesn't get any better than what we're looking at right here, right now. That's why you've got to be with Jewellery Maker. Alrighty. Ooh, fresh flowers. Is it time? Is it time? Can I turn the light on again? Shall I just get my torch out? Let me just get my torch out. This wonderful little torch. Look at this. I just want you to see the utter brilliance and clarity, because gems are natural. Gems have inclusions. This is their fingerprint. This is what makes gemstones rare and beautiful and durable. Those 3 elements that, you know, give gemstones their edge. I mean, just look at that. My light is a little bit blue, granted, but it does still display the clarity, doesn't it? You can see that. So I'm not hiding anything from you. You can see there's a blue tinge, but yeah, way closer there, magnification there than, you know, even the human eye can see. So just exceptional, exceptional clarity. You have got, I'm gonna do it. I'll be ghoulish for a second. I'll be ghoulish. I'm gonna do it. Now, buying these individually, you're looking at close to £30, okay? I'll just be ghoulish temporarily. Don't let that put you off. Don't look at me, look at the gems. Because the light, when you get that light behind the gems, you can see that brilliance, you can see that glow. Oh, you see, that's what I'm talking about. 55 carats of lemonade goodness, but no bubbles, no cloudy in that lemonade. Just look at that. And again, they almost fluoresce, don't they? That is just top notch. And when you start to take them apart, they graduate slightly from 3x2 by 5x2, yeah. And I've seen people use that. I mean, that's neon yellow. That's the brightest saturation. Beautiful. I know we've had similar with, you know, just taking a few in a little pair of earrings, and I'd be tempted to do a similar design as Natalia did with a hoop, you know, to get so that they sit on their own. You get the light behind them, and you can see that glow and that. So this is just part 1 of my fresh flowers, and this is just gorgeous. I mean, they're flawless. To my eye, they are flawless. I dare say even under a jeweller's magnification, under a loupe, you wouldn't see any inclusions anyway. And, you know, but who goes around with a loupe attached to their eye? And then, this is, honest to goodness, this is one of my top favourites with black spinel. And I love it simply because of the illuminating light, the light that it gives off, the way in which it reacts with light, and the gentleness of its appearance, the way it goes with everything. It's just such an easy companion to wear and accessorise with other gemstones. There's such a very gentle, minty, fresh, spearmint fresh. Can you see that glow at home? It's just transcendental. It's just beautiful. It's sort of ethereal and spiritual. It's just beautiful. Just gorgeous. And the glow there, again, great quality. This is another name for your green amethyst, your prasiolite, from the old word prazon, meaning the leek color, but just beautiful. So you've got these two, I mean, fresh and gorgeous and clean and bright and brilliant and hand cut and faceted by hand and hand drilled, you know, the pick of the bunch. And then, so you've got 70 carats of green amethyst, and then my fluorite, which does fluoresce anyway. I mean, you've got illuminating glow from your prasiolite and your lemon quartz, but then here is a gem that naturally garners the UV ray lights that our eye can't see, and then glows. And there you've got, see, this is why it picks up the beautiful gentle mints of the spearmints of your prasiolite, but you've got the rich, deeper black currants, almost looks like cordial sinking in there, some are banded, some are lavender. So pretty on the fluorite there as well. Very popular gemstone, and I know often the reaction is, I can't believe that's all the same gem. 240 carats. So this is gem strand number 1, gem strand number 2, gem strand number 3. And they're absolutely fantabulous. You're looking at about £30 individually, but with the bundle today for our fresh flowers, I've got a great offer for you. A great offer. Alrighty. Look at that, £17.95. Now, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, I would pay the £17.95 just for the prasiolite. I am very, very, very limited on this one, okay? I haven't even got 99. You know, when I say double figures, I've got less than that. Half that, in fact. So it really is first come, first served. It really is about being quick off the mark today. I've got about 50 of these. Am I right, darling? 53. And they're going fast, so please, because you're giving yourself just under a 50% saving there. But do you know what? That's a ridiculous thing to say, because quite frankly, at £30, the saving is huge. You know, we're never selling at the worth of the value of the gemstones, and that value increases when you're adding to it, such as the silver clay, such as silver pendants there for £5. You know, how is that increasing the value of the jewellery that you're making, your silver findings? I can say at least 25 have already been allocated. That only leaves about 28 remaining. So please, please, please don't hesitate. You know, if you want to see that quality firsthand, you've got the reassurance of your money back guarantee that's been extended to the 16th of January. You can still dial, you can still be successful, and I want you to be successful. And so always give us a call on the repeat, because you never know. Just beautiful. Trust me on this. I wouldn't say if I didn't mean it, because my job is to simply say what I see. And if it's not there, I won't say it. If I don't see it, I'll shush up and I won't be talking about it. Alrighty, let me get into your eye line, our second new kit of the day. It's got a lot of fun, it's got a lot of flair, and it's got a lot going on in it. And I'm not going to lie to you, this was going to be at a much higher price than we're actually going to close at, which I will disclose to you when we come to it. But have a little look, and I'll turn off my ghoulish light so I don't frighten you all. Here we go. Have a little look at the gemstones, because we've got a very, very special manager's reduction. And the only reason we're doing that this week is we're thinking of, you know, our regulars to say, do you know what, thanks. Thank you so much for making us, and we met you all at the NEC and making us, you know, last as long as we have, and getting involved and sending in your designs and coming to see us at the workshops, and, you know, just being absolutely brilliant. And let's encourage new buyers. Let's get more new jewellery makers, more ambassadors for the channel, engaged in a brand new hobby. So that's what this fantastic price reduction is all about. But this is called on the bright side. I know, we're all thinking Monty Python now, aren't we? So, let's take you through the gems. Well, I think your eye focuses on straight away the boldness and the brightness of the quartzite, the rondelles that are faceted, and the rondelles that, as you can see down the line of the gemstone strand, that are graduated as well. And you've got a massive graduation from 8 up to 2 centimetres, 8 millimetres up to 2 centimetres. So beautiful pink, bright, I mean that was bright fuchsia pink quartzite. That's the most vivid saturation you're going to get in a gemstone. So that lovely, lovely bright pink dyed quartzite. Then we've also got the sodium rich, it's known as the Princess Blue, the beautiful sodium rich, like a china blue, navy blue with white flecks, sodalite. And again, a lovely shape, a lovely size, 4mm rounds. Lots of people have been asking about those different variation in the sizes of your gemstones. So you've got a lot of interplay, a lot of different directions you can go in this kit actually. Then, to keep it nice and pinky, we've got pink quartzite rondelles, 6x4mm, 100 carats, deliciousness. And then a very interesting dynamic of howlite in again, a trapezoid, triangle kind of shape. This is the gem for the bad sleepers, the insomniacs, named after Henry Howe, famous geologist. And little magnesium oxide, silvery dove grey flecks, gorgeous if you wanted to put that with labradorite or that lovely silver dove grey quartzite that Natalia is working with today. 4 strands, fabulous shapes, haven't we? Got very dynamic shapes here in this kit. Now we've got the copper wire, and it's 0.6. So I think you've had 2 of the best gauges here to start with if you're starting a wire journey with both kits today, because 0.8 in our other kit, 0.6. I'd say these are the 2 of the most versatile if you're going to just initiate your starting work with wire. So you've got your 10 meters of your blue, dark blue copper wire at a 0.6 gauge, plus your monofilament, your elastic and your beading thread, which you know are the fundamentals. You've got your black and pink organza bags, but don't forget later on I've got a 50 organza bag bundle pack as well. Now I've got sterling silver in this kit, but I've got a little extra. So let me just show you these. These are the extras. These are 4 beautiful silver detailed spacer beads, like little, well, there you can see, I was going to say a well-known sweet there. You've got 4 of those. 4x3mm each, and as you can see if you look close, they are detailed. They kind of almost got like an Aztec design, like a little wiggle running around them. So you get 4 of those, which are 95 sterling silver, and then the actual findings in this kit are also silver. So just to differentiate, this is 925 sterling silver. Now that's 42, but because you get the 4 spacer beads as well, 46 in total really, isn't it? 46 sterling silver pieces in this kit. Now don't forget, new jewellery makers who are new to us, starting with us for the first time, your DVD to get started, to stop, play, pause. If you don't have access to a DVD, you've got the written word there as well, containing the same information. 8 o'clock every morning for an hour with Linda, Sheila and Lucy. We have a pre-record of get started tips. We're going to have tutorials from Natalia in our live show between 7 and 9 in the evening. It goes 5 to 9, but 7 till 9 is when we have our guest designers. You also get tutorials. Our monthly hub, join us on the workshops, visit us. We'll email you, we'll Twitter you, sign up for our monthly emails, visit our blog, visit our Facebook family friends, tutorials on our own website as well. So we'll give you all of that for free to literally start your journey with us today. And you start, I think the best starting point for anybody is with a kit, because it's got everything. The gems, the findings, the threading materials, and we're talking real gems. We're talking real precious sterling silver findings. That's what you're investing in when you buy with Jewellery Maker and this kit today. And I'm going to see Natalia in a moment once we've launched this beautiful kit. It's our second new kit of the day on the bright side. And, you know, the fluorite we just had would look pretty with that kit. I've got a lovely 3-strand bundle that would look gorgeous with it. You know, you could put the lemonade golds of that lovely citrine and that garnet and that green that we had earlier. And that, oh, I love that 3-strand bundle. On the bright side, brand new today, all 925 sterling silver. I know, under £20 and all that silver in the kit. Think about your silver pendants that you just got for £5. That's ridiculous. We're never selling at the worth of the value. We're never selling at the worth of the value. That's sterling silver, 46 pieces. And I do want to differentiate that because obviously with the 100 pieces that we had in our other kit, that was silver plated copper. Great, lovely, but this is pure sterling silver. And Natalia knows the value of her silver. She knows that from working with it all the time and with the silver clay. Why are they bothering reclaiming silver clay particles unless, you know, there is a value to it, unless, you know, it's the noble, precious entity of silver as a commodity, as a worth. And from the £20 to 46 pieces is fantastic, isn't it?
And plus it looks lovely.
And plus it looks lovely, exactly. At the end of the day,
let's not forget that. Yes.
I forgot the fundamental aspect of it.
I know, this is it. Can all get lost,
beautiful.
can't it?
I know it can. Wow, as do your designs, Natalia. Look at these.
Well, one thing that struck me about this kit is it's nice and bright, because we had all that subtle elegance of the last kit, didn't we? All that neutral, really sort of gentle tone.
Gentle,
and this is in your face, pop of colour. Hello,
I'm here.
Here I am. Yes, which is lovely.
A bit of fun.
Yeah. So I saved this one for last because I thought I want some fun when I'm making my jewellery. So I'll do my colourful.
It should be fun as well. It doesn't have to be all serious and morose, does it? You
exactly. So some of the things that I really liked about this kit, well, obviously the pink, because it's so warm and gorgeous and bubblegum and happy, but also the graduated size of the beads, which are always really fun in jewellery making. So I've got a technique when I get wire. I always like to do this vine, you know, a little twisted, and so I did that with that bracelet. And one of the things that really works when you do that technique is if you have stones that are different. So it looks good, you know, if you've got one strand that's all the same size, but when you've got different sizes, that's where it really adds something special. And you know, if I'd had a candle, I would have brought a candle in, because I was thinking this would double up as a really nice ornament for around a candle, and then you can wear it afterwards as well.
A hair vine as well would be beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah. I like these for wrapping around a belt buckle as well, and like a little corsage. So I decided to do a bracelet because I've done a lot of necklaces with this technique, but the bracelet really works.
Fabulous.
It's nice having the wire in the kit.
Yeah,
as well.
the 0.6, which you've used beautifully and to ample use in this again, because the shape of the howlite is very unusual, isn't it? A gorgeous ring there.
Really different, isn't it? I thought that, and also, you know, there's the size of those. Quite delicate pieces. Yeah. So this was a bit of a challenge for me, because I'm normally, you know, I like to design really big, chunky, in-your-face statement pieces. So it was like, okay, what can I do with these smaller stones, and but how can I cluster them together to give it a bit of a wow factor? I turned them different sides, but I think if I did it again, I'd probably just have them all facing the same way.
Oh, okay. Well, this is how you know, you go to what you prefer, you just sort of experiment, and then lovely bit of wire wrapping there, because you've chosen one of the biggest rondelles there. This is the fun, isn't it, as you said, of having the graduated rounds.
Knuckle duster ring.
Yeah, but fun, isn't it? It's a lovely cocktail ring. It's like you said, it's like, wow, I've arrived. And we are going to show everybody how to create this weave look, because it's a little bit more delicate in design, but just going to show you the different directions the kit lends itself.
And that actually looks really pretty on.
Very
it doesn't
pretty.
look very big, but you know, it just because the wrist tends to be the most beautiful part of the body, I find, you know, because they're really more delicate, and it tends to be the one that ages the slowest. Get your wrists out.
Yeah, you would notice that, and obviously because we're using our hands when you greet people, and probably the one that catches the eye the quickest, because your hair can cover your earrings, and and just lovely with a pair of jeans and a little white blouse.
Oh yeah, completely.
And you made some beautiful earrings, because we will come back to that to match as well. So we can go down a very demure, delicate edge, or you know, very bold with the weave and our bracelet. Is this a simple stretchy, darling?
It's just a stretchy,
Fun stretchy there. This is something, you know, we can start with very simple, beautiful. And of course, your remit is only to work with what's in the kit, but you know, if you'd had the chance to work with other gemstones, it would have gone even further. And then a lovely, lovely necklace. Gorgeous. It's lovely to have that fun pink in there, isn't it?
Yes, and the howlite gives it a really interesting touch, doesn't it? It almost looks like silver on there when I'm looking at it in the camera.
It does.
Like
it does.
Silver spaces.
Yes, because of the whiteness of silver can be so bright sometimes, can't it? I like that with the top and tailing that you've done on there.
Interesting
shape.
Little pieces to work with.
Great price point. All that silver. So we're going to have a look at the lovely, elegant bracelet weave.
Okay, so one of the first things is about working with these howlites is the holes are, some of them are okay to get to, you're going to get 2 beading threads through them. So all you need to do is to take a little bead reamer
Which we sell in our toolkits.
We have that in the toolkits, don't we?
Yeah, they're $9.95 the small ones. The big ones are they $15, $14.95. But again, just ask the call centre, we can play that out on one of our little interludes. But
this is the one that comes with the basic
with the kit. Yeah.
And it's brilliant. And all you do is you just literally pop it in there and be really gentle. Just
opens the airways.
Give it a little twist, and then at the other end, little twist, and then you'll be able to get your 2 threads through. I'll show you. I've managed to do that because I couldn't before, and it worked for me. So you're basically going to thread on, first of all, one of your pieces of howlite, and you've got 2 pieces of beading thread, and that's about ½ a metre long. And so put my howlite on first, and and then I'm going to take some of my little smaller beads here, and the reason why we're using 2 pieces of beading thread will become clear in a second. But it's really nice, rather than just threading the beads on, to actually do a little decorative effect like this. Sheila was wearing a necklace at the NEC that I couldn't take my eyes off.
Really?
And she'd done something similar with it, but it made it really bulky and 3-dimensional. I thought it's lovely to see the jewellery worn when it looks like that. So I'm putting, on my left-hand thread, I'm putting one of those beads, and then my other thread that's next to it, I'm just going to pass through the hole and pull it tight. So let's do that. And then so it butts up to the howlite like that, and you just have to give it a little pull. And then I'm going to put a bead on the left thread, and then another bead on the right thread. When you're working with these small beads, it's hard to find the holes and things, so you have to make sure you've got plenty of light, lots of time to do it, because it's meant to be fun. And then I'm going to take my final bead. I'm going to do what we did with the first one. It's just like a weave. And it makes these lovely little diamond shapes, which I love, really fun. So I've taken one thread through and then the other thread through the opposite side, just to finish that first collection of 4 off. And then when you pull, it all rights itself. It wants to go in different directions, but when you pull it and show it who's master, you end up with this lovely...
Yeah, just a little bit of manipulation sometimes, isn't it?
Be nice to your beads though, and then they'll do what you like. So then you have this really nice little diamond, and then you've got your little howlite underneath there. And then, so it's time for another howlite. That's my pattern, my rhythm, as it were. And then I had the howlites facing one another or going away from one another. That just seemed
it's
to
like
be...
a bow.
Yeah, I just quite like that. So there you go. That's that one. And then I'll just demonstrate that one more time for you. So again, you're putting a small bead on the left-hand thread, take your right-hand thread and thread it through the other hole, and then just pull so that it goes down. See, my thread is behaving much nicer now that it's got some more beads on there. And then another bead to the left. And these can actually be colour graded if you really want to. Could be really fussy and fancy, which I never am.
I know Mark likes to colour grade sometimes.
Yeah, and Hannah Oxbury, the people that are little precise jewellery designers.
I don't think I have the patience. I think then it all fall into place.
I'm too excited to see what the design's going to look like. It's like
exactly.
And then I go, I wish I'd colour graded it.
Yeah, because that looks so good, doesn't it?
Yeah, let's take it apart and do it again, because you know what you're doing there. So then just pull it, and it's tight, and you can see how nice that starting to look there.
Beautiful.
Lovely little pattern. And then this would actually look really nice if you had 2 of them side by side. I think that would look gorgeous.
Layered.
And then you could have, you know, you could build a cuff up, couldn't you?
Yes.
You need to order a couple of kits for that. So what
you finished with, and something I just wanted to you put 2 of those lovely silver rondelles at the end before you've crimped, you see, and I just thought that was a lovely addition as well. And you've manipulated a shepherd's hook, am I right?
I did a little shepherd's hook because we've got split rings in with this kit, and they're really secure because they don't open up like a jump ring would.
Yeah.
So I've used one side, I've used a split ring to do the finishing, and then the other side I've used the earring wire as a clasp. So shall I show you that quickly?
Please, yes, let's.
So I've just got a crimp, and then I'm going to pop my crimp on first. So both threads going through the crimp like that. So take it down to the end, and then I've got my my lovely sterling silver earring wire, which will go through there again. And sometimes these are a little bit open, so you just need to make sure that they're shut.
Secure,
yeah. And then I'm going to take both of the ends of my thread through this crimp, because the crimps are really nice size for having multiple threads. It really makes life so much easier. And one of the things that I love is you're starting to work with kits. I've been working with Jewellery Maker for about 2 years, and I've seen the way that, you know, when you say, oh, you know, I want to have multiple threads and the crimps aren't very wide enough for that, and slowly everything starts to change, and you're getting,
exactly, because we need the feedback and try to respond to it accordingly, you know, to the needs of the jewellery maker.
But it really does make life so much easier and so much more possibility. So then when you have your crimp on there, I've just put those wires through, and so just got a little loop there, and I'm going to use my flat nose pliers just to give it squish together and make it nice and flat, and then trim those ends off. I would do this much more carefully and tidily and neatly at home, but I'll just do that quickly for speed. And then, so we have the earring wire, and all I did with this, I can get it, turn it around that way, is to squash it down. You don't need an awful lot of space there. It just literally needs to be able to engage with the split ring like that. To try and slide that on there. So you don't want a big gap in there, because otherwise it's going to fall off.
Like a little S-clasp, isn't it, really? Just a little...
It is, and then I just turn the end over like that.
Which again just gives it that extra security.
And just use my flat nose pliers to do that. Should use some that are a bit thinner, actually.
And all these tools, don't forget, are in our toolkit, which you can get when you call the call centre.
It's wanting to go all over the place, but you can see what happens there.
There we go.
And then just make it nice and springy, and then nice and secure there. But I think that makes a really nice finish, and it's a lot easier to fasten when you're fastening bracelets.
Yes, if you're doing it on your own, isn't it, than a bolt ring and you're trying to get your nail and...
You're wrestling with it, aren't you? You need a friend to help you get dressed.
I know. Well, thank you very much, Natalia. Proving very popular, this kit. And actually, the one thing I didn't tell you, actually, this kit was actually supposed to be at $27.95. You know, I said at the start, we've actually reduced it drastically for you to encourage new jewellery makers out there. This was supposed to be $27.95, so $19.95 only for today, only while there is stock availability. And remember that 1P&P is till midnight tonight. Now I'm going to launch my favourite strand there. Three of my favourites there, you know, the black spinel, your beautiful Praisey light, the Botswana, while Natalia gets set up for a silver clay demonstration.
Yes, I've got loads of jewellery to show you as well.
In a moment, and we'll talk about the workshops you can do in the as well, but I'm going to launch my ultimate favourite as well. We always have favourites here because you work with gems and you see gemstones, and it's hard to actually pull on your favourite, but of all the agates, this is, and it's known as the most royal, so forgive my repetition, but I think they save it for me because I just love it so much. And you can see the royal regal beauty of this gorgeous gemstone. We have seen it in different facets, different sizes, and it never fails to blast me away with its beauty, because the feather-like contours and patterns are so intrinsically beautiful, and named after the country, obviously, Botswana in the Africa continent. The rolling lava literally rolling down the hills and the landscape. You can almost see it solidify before your eyes and create these wonderful banded layers that are so finely drawn by nature that they'd look like the feather-like beauty. You know, if you look really close at a feather under a microscope, that's how beautiful and intricate and detailed the banding is. But you get more than just that. You get a colour scheme that is just unbelievably natural and beautiful, from those silver dove greys to almost like peach melba golds, to rich smoky quartz, to pure ice whites that would look lovely with your howlite. I mean, we were just talking, Natalia and I, about, you know, maybe you'd want to colour graduate, maybe you'd want to separate, but having said that, the effortless beauty when you see these all together, I mean, just look at that. That is all one natural, beautiful, gemstone. That's why it's the royal of your agates, the most precious of your agates, and effortlessly look beautiful together because nature's made those. So she knows what she's doing. She knows these are going to look fantastic, even if you just want to haphazardly leave these on the temporary strand, as you see here. Or if you want to be more detailed and graduate from moonstone whites through to chocolate browns to peaches and strawberries to, I mean, look at that for that gold, that amber gold on that close-up. I mean, this is the beauty of your royal agates. If you've got your prince of your black gems, your duke is your black spinel, then this is your royal of your agates, the finest, the most celebrated, and without a shadow of a doubt, the most beautiful. And that's in the gem kingdom. That's just not a personal opinion. I think you can understand why when you look at it up close and personal. Why? I mean, look at those finely drawn lines. I can't even get a scribe, a pen to paper, to draw something as fine as that. And yet that is nature's brushstroke. That is what she has imbued this beautiful gem with. Look at that gold. And it is related to that beautiful honey treacle bronze. And then look at that moonbeam there, the silver dove grey. Look at the lines, the linear movement. Strawberry jam red there. I mean, smoky quartz colour. Ooh, bit of peach Melba, peaches and cream. Ooh, bit of snow white there. I mean, it's just beautiful. And you've got 180 carats. Now, if you put that with the greys of the quartzite that we had earlier with Natalia, I thought this was heaven. Those two, you know, this is Natalia's challenge. Look at that. Let me introduce you to some beautiful, beautiful labradorite we've got coming up if you missed that other kit. Yeah, just look at this. And maybe some pretty mystic rose quartz. Ooh, chimikuchi, look at that, how beautiful that is. That's a 3-strand pack I've got coming up with a rainbow moonstone as well. I mean, the heaven we are going to create. It effortlessly goes with everything. It's just, you've got to see that beauty. You've got to hold that beauty. You've got to study that beauty and dial for that beauty right now to see that fabulous natural organic banding, to see that fabulous natural colour, the reds, the strawberries, the peaches, the whites. I've simply just, you know the stretchy Natalia showed us earlier, I've simply just stranded this onto a stretchy. It's one of the first things I ever did, because Debbie did the same and I just wanted to copy her because I just love the Botswana. We've got a fantastic price point for you. Hope you're there early, hope you're dialing. You do not want to miss out on our royal guest today because he's not on every day. I think the law of Jewellery Maker is only Fifi can have this. Only I can present it because it's my favourite. So you don't see it every day, but it's not actually the truth. But, you know, we don't have it very often. It's not just me that presents it. But if I had my way, it would be. Look at that. That is ridiculous. Natalia Coleman, $8.95.
Wow.
Ridiculous. How beautiful is Botswana? How beautiful is it?
It's amazing, especially that strand. Oh, it's just absolutely brilliant quality. Yeah.
It needs to be seen, doesn't it?
Yes, it needs to be owned.
Yeah, it needs to be owned, it needs to be worn.
Yeah.
It needs to be flaunted and admired and made into beautiful jewellery by you. This strand has such an exciting array of colours to play with, to graduate with, to separate. I mean, it's one of the best strands I think I've ever seen. And I've seen some beautiful Botswana on the show. It's all beautiful. But we don't have it every beautiful day, so we need to be dialing now. And I tell you what else, we do not have it for under a tenner every day. So make sure you're on the phone, brand new today. You know, you've got till the 16th, you've got basically till next year. And if you after 2 months of being with it and looking at it, and if you haven't fallen head over heels in love with it, send it back, Fifi will have it. CHQZ40, buy two, because once you've made the bracelet, you'll want to make the necklace, and then you'll want to make the earrings. And although there is an ample strand there, you might just want to keep it as beautiful as it sits. I mean, look at that with your autumnal shades there. Put that, this would look so gorgeous with the scapolite that Natalia's got on our third new kit today. Our third new kit today has that rare scapolite in it. Just with the silver and the woods and the sunstone, because you see the sunny golds in there. Sunstone looks so beautiful with it. Do you see how the feldspars mix into it so beautifully? Like I just showed you, the rainbow moonstone and the labradorite. This bundle I've got coming up, and the sunstones. You see, they just share a very similar sort of tone that would look beautiful with it. You know, it's effortless, isn't it? Just so pretty. And that's a 3-strand bundle I'll do for you later on. If you missed out on our first kit, please hold the line. Hold the line. Hope you got that code CHQZ40895. Hold the line. That 3-strand bundle is coming up, by the way. Yes, beautiful. Now, new buyers, new jewellery makers. You might have met the lovely, gorgeous Natalia at the NEC and thought, I want a bit of that. I don't blame you, because this lady will be with us here in the studios, and you can have a one-to-one workshop with her. We only have places are limited. We only do 10, simply because of the size of the group and being able to work with that one-on-one personal, you know, tutorialship and exploring your own ideas. And she's doing silver clay rings on the 10th of December, and another workshop is the silver clay workshop on the 14th of December. So great days to spend with us and Natalia to learn a new technique that we're going to explore right now called silver clay. And this is something I did myself when Natalia first appeared on the show.
We did the launch together and then the shows afterwards. So you became quite an expert at it,
exactly.
didn't you? And
I'll soon be doing another fingerprint, won't I?
Yeah, you will. She was really good.
The baby's fingerprint. So there's a lot that we have that you do. You've got obviously your workshops. You've got your silver art clay DVD, and you've also got, I mean, I found these so useful because this is what I watched first after I'd been with you, actually.
Right.
Your silver clay DVD 1 and silver clay DVD 2. Because it took me step by step, very easy, very accessible. The language that you use was, again, I don't mean to sound, what's the word? Patronising, I think, but it is important that the language people use is accessible. Do you know what I mean?
Simple.
Keeping it simple.
Yeah. I remember exactly. I bought a book when I first took this up because I thought I'm going to try and make something before I go on my workshop. And I got some silver clay, got this book out, and it was so technical and it made it sound so horrendously complicated. I just thought, I've got to go on my workshop. And then when I actually did the workshop, I realised it wasn't as complicated. It demystified everything.
Yeah.
So what I wanted from the DVDs was the equivalent of, if you can't come on my workshop, that you can get those, and from the comfort of your own home you can follow me as we go through all of these different projects together, from literally opening your first packet of clay, how to assemble all your tools and materials together, right through to finishing and firing. And they're nearly 2 hours long, both of those. They've got quite a few projects in them. The second DVD, I went mad. I did so many projects.
We're just going to get the code up for this because this is the first one I watched, and it was fabulous. Like I said, I could pause it. I could actually be playing it, you know, on the little DVD player as I was doing the silver clay jewellery. And what's nice about it is, Natalia, sometimes you'll leave something for a while and you'll go back to it, which you can with your silver clay, which I know you'll explain. And you forget things. You forget processes or stages. So it's important to, if you've got this as a reference, it's fantastic. I simply can't say how brilliant enough this DVD is. It is just fundamental in your silver clay making. And then for those of you that have already experimented and already had a foray into this wonderful art design, then she got very excited and went on to further adventures.
I did, and I absolutely, you know, knocked myself out with the projects that are covered and the techniques. And interestingly enough, the reason I filmed these was because there were no British-made DVDs. There's a Japanese one which has subtitles, and there's American ones. And I thought, you know, we need a British-made DVD.
We do. We do. We need Natalia in our homes. For the more advanced, or you know, if you want to carry on that wonderful journey, I highly recommend the further adventures. So for new jewellery makers, your silver art, and we've got our own little DVD that Natalia's filmed as well for $4.95. But the one thing you do need, the one thing I bought, obviously the DVD I watched that straight away, was I got my silver art clay starter kit. And I've still got a large package of silver art clay that I got afterwards as well, still to use, because that's the beauty of it. You can come back to it, can't you? But
you can,
you're going to take me through what you've got in this art kit for somebody new, totally fresh, hot off the press.
Well, when I came to see Paula about launching art clay on Jewellery Maker, she said to me, you know, we want to put a kit together for the viewers, and we want something that, you know, even after they've begun and they get to grips with it, that they have things that they can use over and over again. And so these are literally the tools that I would pick up every time I open a packet of silver clay. So that's what you're using, is what I use. And it's fantastic value for money because...
Now, sorry. Interject, so I don't want to stop you in the flow, but don't be buying yet, because we're going to do a fantastic fantastic, Natalia doesn't even know this, introductory offer on the silver art clay kit. So for those of you that are experienced jewellery makers and haven't actually delved into this area of work, for those of you who are brand new to it, stay tuned until you see the price, because we're doing a special introductory offer for today and today only. Sorry, darling.
Ah, right, well, even better then. So listen carefully, because this is what you're going to get. You're going to get 7 grams of silver clay, and this will enable you to make 2 pairs of earrings, or a pendant and a charm, or you know, you can mix it up. So you could get quite a lot out of this initial pack of silver, and it's a good place to start with it because it's the slow drying type, which gives you a little bit of longer working time. And that packet alone, in some places you can get it for £20, sort of between 17 and £20. And then you have a pack of playing cards, and I'll show you what to do with those later, but basically they're used for levelling the clay. You have a little mini rolling pin, so it enables you to work with this fine, small amount of clay to roll your designs out. These, I saw these at the NEC for about £5.
Yeah.
So you know, this is how much these things are.
When you start to add it up,
You put water in the barrel, you use it to smooth, and you use it to, you know.
You need all of
like
these, and I know that from experience, yeah.
When your clay is dried out, you will use this little sponge sanding pad. You can wash it out and use it again and again, but it's got a gritty side, and that's what you will use to sand the edges down and smooth it, make it all beautiful. You've got tweezers for applying stones or for picking up hot pieces of silver clay. You've got the most important part of the component of the kit that's stuck in the bottom there, is this piece of wire mesh that you will use to fire your silver clay pieces. So you pop that on top of your gas burner. Imagine my hand as a gas burner.
My gas hob, that's all it is.
Turn your gas hob on, you dry your piece of silver clay out until it's bone dry, pop it on there, and wherever it's glowing orange is where you want to put your silver clay. And you can put a piece that's up to 25 grams on there. So, you know, you can
You've got to dry it, fire it up, haven't you?
Yeah.
And 5 minutes on the DVD as well.
5 minutes is all it needs on there. And in the DVD that I produced myself, I have a full firing section. I have a chapter on all the 3 different methods of firing.
Because you can use blow torches, and people have little ovens and all sorts.
Yeah, that's
You've got your little perspex there as well for rolling out your silver clay. It's covered in brown paper at the moment, but that's just clear perspex.
You can make beads with that as well.
Rolling your sausages.
Sausage rolls. And then when you've fired your piece, I'll demonstrate this later. You need to give it a brush over just to reveal the silver, which is a really fun part. And you can also use this agate burnisher to do some polishing when you've...
Which is the magic part, which is the fun part as well. I love that bit.
And as if that wasn't enough, you've got clay balm, which I'll show you what to do with. This lasts forever.
Yeah.
Well, not literally forever, but
it goes a
I've
long
got
way.
things for a year that, you know, I've been using in workshops. And then you get a little circle cutter, which is excellent for making little earrings and things like that. That's fabulous.
The fundamentals. Now, there is the original fantastic and very competitive price, because I know some of these tools in here you can pay £15 for separately. £44.95. And you're going to use it, basically you'll be using this over and over again, so it's an investment right now. But if you're a new buyer and you want to get involved, or you're a regular, because I know there's regulars out there that like the lovely Tina, I'm always trying to encourage her, hasn't delved into the metal clay, the silver clay, then dial now, because we're not even going to stop as low as £44.95. Now, if we can bring up everything you're getting in the silver art clay starter kit, again, just to remind you, because we're actually going to work with these materials in a moment. It does explain it all on the DVD. It's so simple and accessible, which is why I absolutely loved it and had to get started. And we'll talk more about the purity of that silver clay, which is 99.9% pure silver. You're getting your wire brush, your mini roller, your pack of playing cards, your tweezers, your nail file, your clay cutter, your gift box with the transparent window, which I know people have actually then utilised to display earrings in when they've been selling the jewellery, your snake roller, as I said, for your sausages, your agate burnisher, your wire mesh, which, you know, key, it's crucial, sandpaper square, water brush pen, the clay balm, and 7 grams of 99.9% pure silver. So the silver purity of that silver is even greater than 92.5%, because that is the way the particles are reclaimed, and they're added with a kind of a liquid substance. That's what you dry off when you put it on your gas burner, isn't it? And that's what gives you the purity of that silver and hardens it. Let's see that introductory offer, because I don't want anybody, so frighten the life out of it. I want everybody to get involved with this, because it'll just take you on another journey. We're going to look at jewellery that you can make out of that precious silver. We're not even going to stop at $44.95 today. For you today, great Christmas gift for an established jewellery maker. At 9 a.m. tomorrow, you'll have to pay the full price. $39.95 for today and today only till 9 a.m. tomorrow. That is it. That's a great price at $44.95, but we take an extra off just for today. So please, this is the jewellery. Let's look at some of the jewellery. So I'm wearing on the rings. Here it is integrated with some beautiful amethysts. You know, you've got to look at that. The pendant I'm wearing are one of the lovely rings that you can do on the workshop on the 10th of December with Natalia. We created a lovely mesh balls there, beautiful. You can make 2 pairs of earrings, can't you, and a pendant out of that 7 grams.
Well, 2 pairs of earrings and a charm, or a pendant and a charm.
Yeah, beautiful. This beautiful ring, you see, 10th of December, this is why we need to do our silver ring designs as well. Look at that.
So these were all on exhibition at the NEC while we were there last week, and I wanted to do some rings to show you all the different possibilities, because I think people think, oh, a ring, you know, it's boring, but there's loads of different things that you can do. You can set stones with them. We can actually set a pearl, but you wouldn't fire it with the pearl in. You would set it afterwards, which again is a really nice technique to learn.
And we've got a lovely smoky quartz coming up later on. That's what you've set in your gem bezel set ring there. I'm wearing one of your lovely silver rings there as well. Lovely owl brooch. Again, keeping it very simple with a leaf imprint. I mean, we were talking about a baby fingerprint, which is what I did with Jed when he was a baby. I imprinted his fingerprint onto a little silver charm, and that's what I made, and have it dangle from a bracelet. Beautiful. $39. What a great gift idea for somebody who already does jewellery making but haven't explored. And we do the other elements as well, because these are some extra little bits, aren't they, in the silver art clay as well, just very briefly.
So we've got the paste. If you could just pass me the owl a second.
Sorry, yes, of course, darling.
Something. On the back of the owl, I've actually put a texture. It needs a good polish, that actually. But I just stippled it. So I painted it on with it. So I'm trying to move that's it. I painted it on with a paintbrush, and then I just used my finger to stipple it, and that's the effect I got. And then I stuck those pieces of clay together with the paste. So it acts like a slip, but it can also be used to decorate. And then we've got the syringe type clay, which is what I made the mesh ball earrings with, and I also did some decorative effects on the owl with too. So if I put my owl in front of it, you can see can you see on his ears and on the tail there?
Oh yeah.
That's what I
did on the screen now for our established jewellery makers as well. And then we've also got the other packs of clay, because they come in. You'll want to be buying more clay, you see.
You will. You'll just get so hooked.
I went for a big pack after this, you see.
Yeah.
Because you can just store it, can't you? And
you can store it as long as you keep it moist and hydrated, or if you don't open it, it's still fine for 2 years until you open it.
So that's the price on the syringe as well. We've got to price slash that as well. So so you can try that out. $24.95. Not today. So how does that mean it's forgive me for being obvious, but spell it out to me, obviously.
It's clay that's watered down, and it's put into a syringe, and it has a tip on the end, and you extrude it, but you get a really nice fine extrusion of syringe, so you can decorate with it.
Just the lattice work in your owl,
that's
like a little spaghetti effect.
And it's got that consistency of icing, you know, if you're piping icing, so it holds itself very stiffly.
Beautiful. So we can do very sort of decorative work on top of the silver as well.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Price crashing on that, lovely. I haven't experimented with the syringe, so I'm
syringe is so
gotta get this now while we're price slashing. Today is the day to get it. Get all these codes written down. Start with the silver art clay starter kit, which we'll get back up again because we price slashed that for today only, and again till 9 a.m. tomorrow, under £20.
That's fantastic,
isn't it? It really is.
And you get 10 grams in there, and a
10
syringe
grams.
will
That's
last
a lot,
you a long time, because you're not, you know, it's coming out in a very thin stream.
Finely, yes.
Yeah, so it's going to go a long way.
I could do lettering and all sorts, like icing on a cake. I could spell names.
I did some little graffiti earrings. I piped it onto some greaseproof paper, let it dry, and then literally just fired them.
Wow.
Didn't do anything to them, and they were perfect. They were gorgeous.
I've got to get this syringe. 10 grams of silver in there for under 20. I can't go and buy 10 grams of silver for under 20
That
pounds.
is as cheap as you're going to find it. I mean, have a look around, do your own research, but I can tell you, because I keep a really good eye on the price of art clay silver.
Yeah, of course you do. And being a silver aficionado, today's your day. Today's your day to get that stocking filled and your Christmas tree, you know, overflowing with a fantastic price points and ideas. And then we've got our 10 grams and our 20 grams of our silver art clay as well. So once you've already done your starter kit and used your 7 grams, you will be ready and fired up to get a larger gram weight of your silver, and then the 20, because you can do a little bit more there with those larger, more intrinsic pieces. I've seen you make silver letter openers.
Yes, I made a big silver letter opener with a frog, all sort of
beautiful little froggy on the top,
clinging onto it. And in the workshops, I just need to point out that you actually get 20 grams of silver clay in the Introduction to Silver Clay workshop and in the Silver Clay Rings workshop, which means that we can make 2 rings. So we can do different styles of rings, and it just gives so much latitude when I'm teaching, which is, it's very generous of Jewellery Maker to do that, because those 20 gram packs of clay are really pricey in terms of giving them away as a workshop.
Exactly that, and because there you're talking £30. I mean, the price of the course for that day for the rings is just under 100 anyway.
Yeah.
So £30, you're thinking, well, you're getting that anyway. And then we've got the 10 grams. What we'll do in a moment after Natalia's demonstration is also play out about your workshop and a little bit more behind the scenes. So I'll just give you all the codes now, and then we've got the 10 grams as well. Because you will want more. Once you start, you will. It's like Christmas all at once here today with our silver clay, Natalia. It really is. And, you know, this is, the purity of the silver is greater, isn't it, Natalia, as I said earlier?
It is. It's 92.5% for sterling silver, and because this is called fine silver, so it's 99.9%, and the assay offices recognise it, they will stamp it 999 instead of 925.
Tell you what, I'm getting the 20 grams because for the extra £6, I'm getting another 10 grams. It's a no-brainer.
Incredible.
No offence, 10 grams.
Incredible
for the, you know, it's a no-brainer. I'm going for the 20.
It is a no-brainer. It's just a fantastic deal today. You are so lucky today getting all these deals.
All right. We'll show you the paste as well that goes with it, because this is, I suppose it's for combining bits, is it? And
sticking bits together, doing decorative effects. You can paint leaves. If you look at the front cover of my blue DVD there for you at your side.
Yes, darling.
I've coated a geranium leaf with that, which is really lovely to do. 7 coats of the paste on there, just with a paintbrush. Let them dry in between coats, and then you never know what it's going to look like. You know, you burn the leaf away, and then you're left with this incredible impression forevermore of this. The leaf has sacrificed itself to become silver.
Ah, yeah, but he's forever embossed, and you know he won't go off and die. He's been captured in a moment in time there. That is amazing. The designs are amazing. You've got to try them. You've got to see them. You've got to do them. They really, really are. And you've made that. You've not had to go and buy that, and you've made it at a far more cost-effective price than you would if you went to your high street and bought your silver. That's the truth, isn't it?
I know.
And you've had far more fun.
And also, you know, people say to me, oh, you know, I'm not very artistic. Well, you know, I'm not. I'm creative, but I'm not necessarily artistic. My brain doesn't necessarily want to do the things that I want it to do. But as long as you follow the certain techniques, then, you know, you'll be able to achieve some amazing jewellery finishes.
Yeah. And we're going to price slash this as well, Natalia. So we've had the syringe, we price slash the silver art clay designer starter kit, and we're going to price slash the silver art clay silver paste so that you can get involved and try these new techniques. But make sure you get the DVDs. Make sure you get the DVDs as well. It's only till 9 AM tomorrow morning. $19.95. Oh, alrighty. He's going to bundle something up. He says, all right, hold fire on the DVDs. He's going to bundle. Sorry, the book.
Yeah,
the book.
My book.
The new book.
You can own all 3. It's
all 3, darling.
Christmas gift.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will get the code for you now.
You know what I want for Christmas. So this is your book. Tell me about your book, Natalia.
My book came out the end of February, and again, I wanted something that wasn't American, that was very much about creating stylish jewellery. But that also, it's got 2 aspects to it. So it's got some fantastic ideas, 22 different projects ranging in you know, difficulty, but also it has literally all of the questions that people ask me in workshops. The same things come up time and time again, and it's not written down anywhere. So if you wanted to do some research after you'd done a workshop, you can't find the information. So the first half of the book is all of these tips, techniques, instructions about how to get the very best out of the silver clay. Which gemstones can you fire in silver clay? There isn't a definitive list anywhere, so I've gathered all of that information
that one gets asked
together.
A lot.
What do you do if your clay's dried out completely? Can you get it back?
Yes, you can, is the answer.
What happens if you break something before you fire it? What happens if you break it after you fire it?
Yeah.
All of those kind of things. And this is really important. You know, when you're learning how to do anything, there are lots of people who offer cheap workshops, or they offer a little bit of clay and say, come along and have a go. But that can actually leave you more confused. So I've heard horror stories about people who've gone to workshops with people who didn't really know what they were doing teaching them, and it actually really puts you off for life. So the best thing to do is, if you can't come along to a workshop at Jewellery Maker, then the books and the DVDs are the next best thing to get you going.
They are. Because that I just started with, obviously, meeting you, experimenting live on the show, because we devoted a whole show to the launch, and then just going away with your DVD and having a go. And I can't say, you can't do any better than that. And this is so user-friendly, so accessible. Don't ever think you can't access the silver clay and have a go, because I promise you, even as a beginner, if you've not done any jewellery making, if you just want to start with silver clay, do it, and do it today. We're going to bundle up this 2 double DVDs and the silver clay book. I'm very excited about the book now, because I didn't know about the book. We're going to bundle all of this together for a very special today. I have a feeling this could all sell out today. Great Christmas gift idea.
Oh my goodness.
Under £40. You can't get a book like that anywhere else. You can't get knowledge like this anywhere else.
You can't get it from me at that price.
Exactly. She's got her own website. We're undercutting our own website here.
That's okay.
She don't mind because she loves us. But we're undercutting our own website. Because actually Natalia's gone, you've jumped through hoops to be able to bring this to us in the UK, haven't you?
I have travelled all over the world. I have done an awful lot.
They don't just dish out the silver clay to any old, hoi polloi. You know, so this woman has jumped through hoops and passed exams to actually launch this here in the UK with Jewellery Maker as well. So we're very, very privileged to have, as a guest designer with us here in the family under Jewellery Maker umbrella. So under £40, please, 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 promise me. Because those DVDs are £15 each, which is brilliant. I pay the £15 over and over again. But for today and today only, get the book as well. I didn't even know. I'm going to be delving in the book now.
The book actually retails at £16.99.
Well, there you go. £46 we should be looking at. £47 minimum with a whole kit caboodle today. For today and today only, get that. Get your silver art clay. Oh, get limited stock now. Sign that copy for me, quick. Sign that copy for me, quick, so that's my copy.
Okay, well
done. Be gone.
Let's clean my hands after.
Let's see some silver clay work. Let's do it, darling.
Shall I show you a technique from the book? I'm going to show you this one. Silver bezel. How to make a really simple silver bezel.
So chic. So chic.
That's better light for it, isn't it? And that's got polymer clay in the middle of it.
Yeah, this is the beauty of it. You can integrate integrate your polymer clay as well. Yeah.
Isn't it? Okay, so let's see. I'm going to have to borrow that 10-gram pack of clay that you've got there. Next to you. Okay. So I'm using some of the balm that comes in the kit. You've got a lovely green lid on yours.
Well, I know you've been cheeky and put it on your lips before, haven't you? But we've gone down to $39.95. This is usually £45. So introductory offer for today only. And get it. I promise you, I work here. This is what I started with. This is what I bought. And Natalia started me on a journey that I've never looked back on. So take advantage.
Okay.
So you put your balm on your...
I've just put, and this is a piece of Teflon. You can do it on top of a playing card, but I'm doing it so it's easier for us to see.
Demonstration.
And then I've got the 2 piles of 5 playing cards, and I've just secured them with sellotape to stop them from sliding around.
Hence your playing cards in your kit. Yeah.
And I would say 5 playing cards thick because it gives you a nice thick piece of silver. So my owl is 5 playing cards thick there. And then I put a little bit of balm on my mini rolling pin as well, just to stop that sticking to the clay. So if you could pass me the 10-gram pack, please.
I certainly can, my darling.
Thank you.
But get the 20 grams. It was only £6 more for another 10 grams.
So we will have excess clay left over, and I've got some cling film here, and that's a way to stop your clay from drying out in between using it.
Because it will keep. And those Jewellery Maker boxes that we used to do, you can store them in there, can't you?
Plastic Tupperware boxes, but airtight box with a piece of wet J cloth or a piece of a wet baby wipe will keep your silver clay nice and moist. So I'm just going to, this is the hardest bit, is actually getting into the packaging.
Into the paste, yeah.
So you can see, nice.
Looks like pushy, doesn't it?
Yeah, like ceramic clay. And it's lovely when it first comes out of the packaging. It's so nice and smooth and lovely to work with. And then what I'm going to, some people actually condition it inside cling film, they need it, and I don't tend to do that.
You just put a bit of balm on your roller there, didn't you?
Yeah, and then I'm just going to flip it around because I want a fairly big circle shape, so I don't want to roll it long and thin. And don't be frightened of picking the clay up and moving it around, that's okay. And you can see that the playing cards actually stop me from rolling it any thinner
than the thickness of the playing cards.
And they make it really even, because you don't want to have a piece of jewellery and it's kind of all cockeyed, and that's no good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that that's big enough for my circle cutter.
Because we do the circle cutters on our website as well, don't we? We do all sorts of shapes.
Amazing cutters that can be used with all the different metal clays and the polymer clay. And then I've just put a bit of balm on there as well. It sometimes sticks to the cutter. That's, you know, the law of averages.
Exactly. But, the moistness to that.
We can try our best. And then I'm just going to pop that down, and then I twist it from side to side just to make sure I've gone all the way through, because sometimes you don't. Sometimes you. And then I'm just going to pick that excess clay up. There's quite a bit of clay there. There's a pair of earrings in there. And then wrap that up in my cling film to make sure it's nice and secure. Then I want to actually have a dome shape. So what I'm going to do is, this is a doorknob from a well-known DIY company, and it's got, what I like about it, I used to use a light bulb, and in the DVD I use a light bulb, but you can't set it down.
Set it down, or a ball you wouldn't be able to.
And I was always borrowing it from a lamp, and then, you know, people in the house are getting annoyed. So, so this stands up on its own, and you can get different, you know, sizes and shapes of doorknob.
Yeah, it's amazing what around the house is handy.
Me and Debbie Bulford were comparing notes about all the ingenious little devices that we come up with, like little mad professors inventing all these tools, you know, from everyday objects. It's like tomorrow's world. And then you see we've got a really beautiful piece of flat clay, and I'm going to just bend my Teflon so that I peel it off and then pop it.
We're already getting questions coming in, which I'll pose to you in a moment. Once you've, Alison and Devon has asked a question as well.
So can you see what I've done? I've just gently pressed that around. Yeah, a little bonnet on top of the doorknob, and then once it's there and it's all nice and safe and it's in its dome shape, I'm going to cut the centre out so that we can have a whatever centre you want in there. You could have it open. You don't have to have polymer clay in the centre. And the way to do that is just to pop your small circle cutter, which is the one that comes in the starter kit, and just get that nice and central before you cut it. Oops. And then I'm just going to cut, twist to the side, and then use a toothpick. And this is why we put the balm on here, because otherwise it won't come off. And then just lift your piece of clay off, and again you've got some clay that you can work with later to make something else. And there is your bezel, perfect bezel. And so you'd allow that to dry. In the drying time, I'd leave it to dry on top of that domed object, because it's got to get some moisture out of it to retain its shape. And then once it's dry, it will stay in that domed shape. And so drying time, if you left it at room temperature, it would be 24 hours. I want to speed the process up when I'm doing workshops or when I'm at home, so I put my pieces inside a warm oven. I usually do it as fan assisted, so the air's circulating, so I do that at about 80 degrees. But don't do it any hotter than that, because the binders start to burn away if it gets too hot. And you don't want that, because you still want to be able to work with it. Yeah, because you maybe want to file down your edges. When the binders burn, you're just left with the pure silver, and you're left with metal, so you can't really do an awful lot with it. So you could either make a hole at this stage if you wanted, or you could attach a little bail, and I think I made a bail out of polymer clay. Yes, I show everybody. This is the demonstration. This is what Natalia takes you through in the book, step by step. And it actually saves you on the silver clay. So if you can use things like polymer clay to bulk it out a little bit. And all I did was, when this piece was fired, was I just mixed some polymer clay in the pattern that I wanted, and then just stuck it in the back, baked it in place, and then just pop it out after it's baked, put a bit of glue around the metal, and then pop the polymer clay back in, and then that just secures it.
So just to reiterate, because I left mine just lying around for 24 hours, you know, because if we actually, I suppose for want of a better way to cook it, you are removing all the moisture, as you said, and then you can't file down the edges or manipulate it further. So you just want to dry it off slightly, because obviously right now it's like a soggy, it's like a wet pastry, isn't it?
Yeah. This is the dry piece.
That's the dry piece. Now this is pre-firing. This is before we put it on our metal mesh and then fire it up so it hardens and all those liquid molecules, as it were, evaporate, so you've got solid silver.
Yeah.
So that's the stage you were talking about at the low 80 degrees.
Yeah.
For how long for, darling?
About half an hour, to an hour.
If you're in short, just like Natalia, well, I just came back to it next day. We'll put it in the airing cupboard, I suppose, for a bit.
For big important pieces, I always leave them 24 hours because I just don't want any mishaps. Because if there's any moisture in it, the moisture fights its way out and it finds the easiest exit. So usually if you've made a pilot hole, it'll come and blister the hole, or at worst case, it will actually explode.
Yeah, so that's your pre-firing stage. That allows Natalia to manipulate and file down any rough edges, and then once we've fired, and there's no such thing really as over-firing, is there? Because you're just literally removing any moisture.
That's right, and these are pieces that I've fired, and what they look like is they have a white appearance. Can you see they don't look very silver?
No.
Whoops. There. And what I'm going to do is to brush them so that we can see.
This is the magic.
This is the magic bit.
I mean, we are briefly going through it today, but a lot of this is, like I said, on the DVD. It's on Natalia's DVDs.
So now that that's been brushed, you'll see how silvery and lovely.
Look at that.
And it actually even gives a bit of a polish when you brush it.
And I know the bundle's proving popular, you know, your DVDs with the book, but it's getting very limited. So if you find yourself in a position and you're watching on the repeat, we do have our own DVD that we have produced with Natalia. Natalia did this, and that takes us through the fundamentals as well.
It takes you through a project from start to finish, and it's actually that necklace over there. So it's the Inner Goddess pendant.
Yep.
And
so a specific project there.
Yeah. So how to create your own design. So without cutters, basically you draw your own design out, and then you can keep a library of your designs, and then how to actually make that template and cut it into the clay, how to stick those pieces together, how to make them curved like that, how to drill those holes, how to make beads. So it's a project from start to finish, but there's a lot of techniques wrapped up in it, so it's very, very comprehensive.
So maybe again a little bit when perhaps you've experimented into the foray of your silver clay.
Yeah, and you're just looking to branch out a little bit more, and you're looking to expand your skills.
Even better still, just come and see you. Come and do the workshop on the 10th. The rings. I mean, you could be wearing a beautiful ring like this. I'm going to launch that beautiful smoky quartz later on. And as it says in Natalia's book, one of the biggest questions we get asked is, what gems can you put with your silver clay?
Yeah.
So she outlines that in the book, and also her silver clay workshop, which is a few days later on the, I want to give you the correct date, the course central, on the 14th, the Friday.
So just before Christmas, we're all nice and festive and happy and jolly, don't we?
Exactly. Fabulous, fabulous. Okay. Oh, this was your burnisher, wasn't it?
I was going to show you very quickly.
It's kind of got a satin finish now. But,
it's got, like a brushed finish.
Yeah.
And then I've got my burnishing tool.
I think it's my favourite bit.
I make such a mess of this mat here, with all my clays and things. So what you do is you just rub it across the surface. And textures like this are fantastic because they really help the shiny bits stand out. So can you see what's happening there?
Yeah. And you can do a bit of both, can't you? You don't have to do the whole piece.
Just have it brushed, and there's polished highlights, which is really nice. And so you can see that as a craft, it doesn't just stop with the clay side of things. That the whole thing.
See the shine? Yeah, your lovely polished finished piece as well.
But actually, at the workshop, what I do is I show you how to polish like a professional. So you can use the agate burnisher, but I show you some quite technical polishing techniques.
And, obviously the DVDs explains how to get those textures as well. So, get your starter kit today. We've taken extra money off simply because we've got Natalia with us, and we're just thinking the festive Christmas ideas. We want our new jewellery makers Create it, wear it, share it, and we want our regulars that I know there's plenty of you out there that haven't had a little foray into this area of your jewellery making work yet. So today is the day to try it out with our introductory offer. Was $44.95, it's $39.95. We've had a question from Alison. Is that all right? We'll give you a question. What's the question, beautiful? Here it is. Alison in Devon. Hello. Now here we go. Another regular. I've not tried the silver clay yet. Can you use the silver clay to repair silver jewellery?
Okay, now technically you could, but what will happen is that I'm taking it that your silver jewellery is sterling silver. So you'd have to fire it so that you say put some paste on to close a crack or whatever. And so when you fire it, when sterling gets over a certain temperature, it develops this oxidization, this scale. So you then have to pickle it, so you need some pickle solution. To remove the fire scale. Which I think we stuck on the web anyway. Yeah. So yes, you can. You should be able to, yeah.
But you need to pickle it afterwards.
And also firing the sterling, because sterling's work hard and it's tougher, and then when you put it under the silver clay needs, it softens the metal. So I would do it with great care.
There we go. Yes, because obviously the purity levels are different and they alloy sterling silver, hence it's called sterling silver. So
it's the copper in
the copper is the alloy, isn't it?
That makes it have fire.
It hardens it and makes it more affordable, as you know. So yeah. But that said, if you're careful, come on the workshop. I'll tell you a little bit more about that, Ali. I know it's a long way to travel, but it's well worth the trip. In fact, we've got some information about a couple of those workshops. In fact, Natalia's workshops and the silver clay DVDs. So let's play that out next. And I'll be launching another beautiful gemstone strand and coming back with your designs on the Wall of Fame right on the back of this.
Want to learn more about silver clay? Then why not come and join us on our silver clay course? Join professional art clay instructor Natalia Coleman as she guides you through the techniques of handling, shaping, forming and firing silver clay. Then you'll be given the chance to design and create your own jewellery, which you can take home. During the course of the day, you'll get to have a backstage tour of the studios, meet the presenters and take a trip to our jewellery shop. The full course includes 20 grams of art clay, use of all relevant tools, buffet-style lunch and refreshments, all for £89. For details on course dates and availability, contact our call centre now on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
If for any reason you're not satisfied, you have the benefit of our no-quibble money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
With our silver art clay DVD full of handy tips and instructions for all levels. Join guest designer Natalia Coleman in her step-by-step guide to make this glamorous inner goddess pendant, featuring a variety of different techniques that will help you develop your skills. To get your hands on a copy, phone our call centre on 0800 644 655.
A big hello from everyone here in Jaipur. Namaste.
Come and join in the fun with international art clay instructor Natalia Coleman as she teaches you the basics of making personalised rings from silver clay. During the course of the day, you will learn how to create your own rings, add texture and decoration, finishing and polishing, and how to add colour to your finished piece. Use of all relevant tools, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios, a chance to meet our presenters, and have a chance to visit our gemstone museum. All of this for just $99.95. To book your place, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
We know a secret.
Amazing what goes on in a commercial break.
Isn't it? We've got about 40 minutes to wait. I'm not sure I can wait that long. 40 minutes to wait. And we've got something for you, which you want, haven't we, Natalia?
Yeah, I want it.
Natalia's got two.
I've got two.
Thinking about them the other day, you haven't seen them for ages. You've been asking us. Well, it's been remiss of us. We've been trying to get it back in again. So you've seen it before, you haven't seen it for ages, and I know you want them. You want them, you want them, we want them. 40 minutes till they arrive on the floor, and you will get that chance. So we're going to keep you in suspenders for a little bit longer. Natalia, over to you, because someone's been very industrious this week on the Wall of Fame.
And I'll let you into a secret. It's not Hottie Scotty that used to be the producer here. Sorry about that, girls. Okay, this is 411, and this is from Carol, and she says, this is my first entry to the Wall of Fame. We love these, don't we?
Carol, where have you been?
And she says, all the gems and findings used are from JM, and the items shown use black agate, black onyx, shell pearls, cultured pearls, amethyst, crazy lace agate, and aluminium balls. I hope my entry is successful because I need more of everything. I'm seriously addicted, and also I don't want my husband to have a nervous breakdown at our bank balance. Very best wishes, Carol. I feel for you. I know what it's like the minute that you get into all of this. It just sucks you in, but it's a wonderful feeling.
Oh, it's wonderful to be sucked in by it all, quite frankly.
And that's brilliant.
Absolutely beautiful, Carol.
Entry.
Make sure you're watching for what arrives at midday, okay? As well as that manager special, there's something very exciting looming. I don't know what it is. It's going to kill me not to burst and say it. This is Margaret from Plymouth. And she said, I made this with gems I bought from you a while ago, and I like to keep them, she says, just to look at for a while. I love the new studio. It's very chic, vicious store. That's Margaret in Plymouth. You're number 414. And this is it, you see, Margaret. Often people sit, they don't do it straight away, but they just have a little think about it, and then they get inspired. And very clever. Beautiful caged pearl there. Gorgeous, gorgeous wire work. Well done, Margaret.
Nice photo. Good close-up, isn't it? Oh, now these, Fee, I've had these in a challenge, and I love to see what people do with them.
Yeah.
What a great idea this is. This is 412. And this is from Angie Higgs, sorry, and she says, hi guys, attaches my Wall of Fame entry, a necklace made with red quartz rounds and white quartz cubes. A real Christmassy piece, and hope you like it as much as I do. Love and hugs. And you know, it's brilliant because these little side drilled cubes.
Yeah.
But don't they look fab?
Fantastic.
With the red?
I had some colourful ones yesterday, and I love corn drilled. I just love them.
I do. They sit so nicely.
This is very festive indeed. This is 415, our lovely red berry pearls. And it is Jane Bloxham from Blackwood in Gwent. And she says it's a necklace of raspberry pearls and earrings with a matching bracelet with black onyx and silver findings. She says subtle but classic, all from Jewellery Maker. Very classic, and we love it. You're 415, Jane, and good luck for Wednesday's prize draw.
And now, like this one, look at the little woodland earrings.
This is exactly like one of the necklaces I know that Cherry made, and I ended up getting one off her. I just love this style.
Great, isn't it?
Beautiful.
So this is 413, and this is Lee Hartley Ward in Doncaster, and she says, hi JM, I'm brand new to jewellery making, and this is my first attempt at wire work. Good grief, lady, they are amazing. And she says, I hope you like the design I've used. 0.8 gauge that I got with a JM bundle with a pearl suspended in the centre, all from JM. Thank you very much for the description. That doesn't look like it goes with the design on that.
I know what you mean, with the little swells in the background. They're beautiful.
Yeah. No, what she described on there.
Oh, I see. It doesn't look as though it was describing something else. Oh, yes, wire work. Or maybe there was another email that, well, anyway, it's beautiful. Maybe there's another email because there isn't the wire work there, is there?
No wire work.
Maybe you sent in two designs. I hope we've attached the right picture to the right lady's email.
Identify your design text.
We'll double check that. No, we won't blame Jackie. He does wonders, that boy. Besides, I'm hoping for a cup of tea. Right. I know, cheeky, but something cheeky's arriving very soon now. We're not ignoring your texts. I know we've had lots of texts. I do apologise that we haven't had time to read them all out. There's so much in the show. There's so much excitement going on behind the scenes as well in terms of extras to arrive. But let's show you, because I'm about to launch a fantastic couple of bundles, how to enter the Wall of Fame and get your designs up and display for the prize draw.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, Coloured Rocks Limited, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmote, Redditch, B98 9HF. Good luck and happy jewellery making. When you place your first order with us, you will receive a free booklet and DVD full of handy hints, tips and tutorials to help you get started with your new jewellery maker hobby.
What a fun time I'm having with you today and our lovely Natalia. Loads of offers still to come, including that exciting news, but our lips are sealed, but we know you want it. And Natalia's got 2. Now, this is a manager special I can tell you about, coming up at about midday. And I know you love your lovely coated faceted pyrite. It's got gorgeous garnets, rich black agates, a beautiful triumvirate of gemstone strands. So just want to flag that up as well, so you don't miss out on that. And we've got our 3rd new kit of the day as well, which is Natalia's all-time favourite of the show. So those 3 are coming up onto, and just gorgeous, aren't they? So rich and Christmassy with a festive feel. And we've still got that wonderful high-end strand of that smoky quartz, double drilled like we saw with the citrine in Sheila's boutique kit, which literally sold out in the, well, practically all got allocated in the live show. So, you know, if you're thinking of your silver art clay, that smoky quartz looked beautiful in the silver ring that Natalia had as well. So let's do a gorgeous bundle. And I've still got that labradorite and that mystic pink and the moonstone. But puffy hearts, we know you love your heart. The stars yesterday did really well. The Mookite hearts did really well. I know you love your beautiful unusual. Look at these smoky quartzes, 300 carats of gorgeous 14mm hearts. I just love them because they're so stylish, so simple. You just need, obviously, just 2. There's a gorgeous pair of earrings. Pop a little pearl on the top, or what about one of those lovely golden yellow citrines that you got in that 3-strand pack earlier? They would look delicious. You know, just a couple of those on the top. Just so beautiful if you're thinking of your autumn tones. What was it? Gary Barlow said this through autumn's golden gown. Ooh, lovely. Or so beautiful with the Botswana. Nothing's more beautiful. This is why Botswana, I hope you got it. I hope you got it. Just deliciously beautiful. And I love those hearts. They're so big and sizable, great pendants. You can mix that in. Do you remember the offer you got on your sterling silver heart pendants? 2 of those for a ridiculous $4.95, not each. You could actually put that heart within the heart there, couldn't you? They were £5 on today's offer. I know, that little heart. Let me just see, would he fit? Yeah. It might just go in the front, maybe. Just, you know, just sit. Oh, just beautiful. Anyway, this is just 1 strand. And then we've got Snowflake Obsidian, which you know I love. We saw yesterday in a brand new kit that we reduced down drastically from $27.95 to $21.95. Bit like the kit we did earlier, the second kit today that should have been $27.95. We took to $21.95 for you. No, we took it to, was it $19? I can't remember now. It was $19, yeah. Snowflake Obsidian, as you know, that rare, beautiful amorphous gem. No 2 are ever the same. And every snowflake pattern is as original as a snowflake itself. And you know, if you're mixing in the blacks with that snowflake and then the white, beautiful. There's a semi-translucency to this gem. So great with a howlite in that last kit as well, but it's not opaque like the howlite with your little dendritic rivers. You've got a glow. Can you see that? Kind of, I can partly see through it. A glow. Where's the torch? Where's my torch? Let me get a torch out. I'm very fond of my torch now. Yeah, I know that's got a blue hue, but can you see what I mean about it's not fully opaque? The light can actually go through. It's like a frosted window pane. Just beautiful. So 3 very versatile strands. Very versatile strands. Put that smoky quartz for that early bird. You could go in 2 different directions then, couldn't you? Those autumnal golden shades. And then the black and the white, which you know is so versatile. But you get all 3. That was the early bird. That was a ridiculous $4.95 as well. That looks beautiful with the, everything looks beautiful with the Botswana this morning. 300 carats of your smoky quartz hearts, 80 carats of your snowflake obsidian, 250 carats of your milky quartz plain rounds. Let's give you hot cocoa and cream. Or are you an Ovaltine girl? Hot chocolate. maybe a Tia Maria, stiff brandy overnight. $11.95 for all three, which you know is a fantastic price. And quite frankly, we'd be looking for that just for the smoky quartz hearts. But you've got the obsidian, that rich, beautiful snowflake pattern, and you've got that wonderful milky quartz, which it's like, it is, I think Natalia said earlier, like a light bulb. It looks like one of the frosted light bulbs. Your milky quartz, the white quartz. Very pretty if you want to put it right, your moonstone, your crackle quartz. You know, mix up those whites. Have a really hazy, fantasy kind of, because it's so different. If I just show you these, look at all of those white gems, how different they are, all their beautiful different properties, angulorescence and crackle and the milkiness, yeah. Beautiful, you see. They can add so much, such a different dynamic to your jewellery making. That rainbow quartz is coming up. It's coming up. Don't know where I plucked that crackle from, though. Gorgeous. Oh, there we go. It's from the challenge today Natalia's got. So $11.95. Look at the quality of that smoky quartz, the clarity. You can actually see the temporary strand running through it there and the glow. They call it champagne on ice because you get the golden hues in there as well as your chocolate chestnut browns. BMG C57. I'm going to move on to another fantastic bundle simply because there's so much to show you. And I want to do this one today. Love that. Oh, big old tiger's eye going there. Yeah. Oh, lovely jubbly. Have a bit of that. And I'm going to 50 bag bundle it a mo. Hello? Are we going to fit it all in, Natalia? I know. We're going to need what's coming up later, aren't we?
Oh, yes, we will.
Saying nothing. Let's move from our hot cocoa and creams. I love these because they've got such a strong identity. So different, so different. Look at the pendulote drop of this beautiful agate and the way it's faceted all the way around. But look at the lovely different patternings. There's almost like a green there, you know, like the colour of the temporary strand that twines it. If I move it, just look at those beautiful teal mermaid greens there. Now this is your faceted agate drops that are 3 by 1 millimetre. It's like a fire agate in many ways. And then some are sort of, ooh, see, it's like a snake skin. Isn't that lovely? It's like a butterfly wing, actually. The little windows or stained glass window. And some are, ooh, yeah, ochre. And the greens, they're also beautiful. That one almost looks, but then there's that little patterning like a butterfly wing there as well. Gorgeous when you start to see the patterns and the play of colour there. And yeah, you can really see the faceting there, can't you? It's like, that's what I meant about a stained glass window, a stenciled window. You see the different facetings. It's like the facetings have been outlined there. Beautiful. So that's your 185 carats of your 3 centimetre drops. Then we've got the exciting crackle of a frosted crackle quartz, 330 carats. Love these. Put those with your snow, because you can mix those bundles we've just had. Put those with your snowflake obsidians. Very different, isn't it? But very beautiful. That's your frosted crackle agates, 12 millimetres. And these are 150 carats. Sorry, no, these are 330 carats, I beg your pardon. So there's 2 gorgeous strands, very different strands, very dynamic strands. Visually and optically very beautiful, and shape-wise very different. And then we've got our agate faceted rice beads, 12 by 8 millimetres, 150 carats, and look at the lustre. So you've got the crackle, you've got the lovely sort of buff drop, and then you've got the shine and the shimmer of your black agate. And again, integrate that with some of the lovely silver work that you'll be doing with your silver art clay. Mix that in with your beautiful, beautiful Botswanas. I mean, there's just so many different directions. Brand new 3-strand pattern. It's called Black Essentials. And there are 3 very different black strands, aren't they? Different in shape, different in texture, different in the look, and collating up to 485, 665 carats between them. I just love the difference in them. Very, very different, aren't they? Very exciting. All different. Look at that. It's like a peacock's feathers. Do love those drops. So different, teal greens, golds, there's all sorts. I love those crackles. You could just put a little, you could just simply just use those crackles and the little rice bead in between in a stretchy. Would look so dynamic. in the labradorites, mix in the, you know, with the black there. Natalia's got those lovely, I call the bumblebee striped black agates today. There's your price, $9.95 for your black essentials. Mix that in with your milky quartz there and your snowflake obsidian we had a minute ago. These bundles can go in so many different directions, can't they? Beautiful. So exciting. They were the bundles that Natalia's working with today as well. Look at those. Gorgeous, aren't they? Beautiful, you see. 3 strands, but very different black gems. That's the difference with them. They're very, very different. You know, they've got such an identity. They're not just black gems, are they? They've got a very different dynamic. They're offering a very different element to your jewellery making. And 3 of them, you know, we're dealing real gems here, new jewellery makers, don't forget. So you're talking £3.30 a strand. Now, you only pay the postage and packaging once. So you've invested in your silver clay. If you want to get some strands, you want to get a kit, get started today with Jewellery Maker. Don't leave what you can do today till tomorrow. Isn't that the old saying? Don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today. It's something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Is that right?
Yeah. You're making me think.
It sounded like I had too many words. Don't be putting off till tomorrow what you can do today. Yeah, let's just do it today. Let's ring today. We'll get sidetracked tomorrow. We're interested today. We're watching today. So let's dial today. There is especially with some of the offers we've already had while there is the availability. Alrighty, I mentioned an organza bag bundle, and boy did I have a fantastic bundle. But very briefly, can I just show you this, because I know the first kit did very well, but these are 3 very different, because this is your Mystic Rose Quartz, your beautiful labradorite, and large rainbow moonstone rondelles. I love the delicious combination. Yeah, now that last bundle, this is coming up soon. Just to highlight that for you, if you love that first kit, here's a second chance with similar gemstones with beautiful properties. Coming up in the 12 o'clock hour. Oh, and you know what's hanging around here? I'll show you, because these are minty humbugs. If you've got your black essentials, look, get this is essential to get with your black essentials. Look at those. Ooh, you're beautiful. And corner drilled, which I know Natalia loves. Oh, look at those with you've just got your black essentials, and I know 50% of the stock was allocated. Look at that with your black essentials. Let's pop them in. You see such a lovely dynamic shape there again. It's not just black is black, it's more than black. Ooh, bags next. Organza bags, I promised you. I shall deliver. I shall deliver. Ooh, now when we're giving our Christmas gifts, we want presentation. Presentation is everything, as I've seen from your jewellery making designs when you display them, you take your photographs. When we want to give our gifts, hang them. Pop your gift in your tree, in your bag, and then hang it from your tree. There we go. Sherry got quite excited when I suggested the 12 days of, you know, the Advent calendar, you know, 24 different little pockets of gorgeousness to open for your Advent calendar. So have those as little, you know, because we do the little ones as well. Have those hanging, a few of those little special gifts for your guests, and put the name on it and they have to look around the tree for them. That'd be a lovely idea, wouldn't it? Hang those. So these are great for selling your jewellery, presenting your jewellery, giving the gifts of your jewellery, and we've got a bargain bundle. Now, the stars and the moons in this beautiful bright chartreuse green. All printed pattern organza bags. And nice big ones these are, aren't they? Because these are the ones for your necklaces or necklace bracelet earring sets. So you've got the bright green printed 13 by 17 centimetres, and vivid citrusy orange. You see, this is orange. Christmas is orange, isn't it? Because you start thinking of that famous chocolate that you tap it and unwrap it. And I always think to myself, those lovely, like little chocolate fingers with mint crackly bits in. And you never buy them the rest of the year, but by God, do I love them. You do them in the minty and the orange and the chocolate flavour. What? Yeah, exactly, Tom. I'm not allowed to say the branding necessarily. They're like little sticks. And I think to myself, I love these. Why don't I buy these the rest of the year? So the orange ones have the love hearts, the printed gold love hearts. Then I've got the bright pink with the love hearts, and like confetti of gold. So maybe weddings or I love you. You've got those. Do you need them? Yes, darling, they are in the front pocket. Sorry, I'm having a conversation here with my producer. There they go. See those heart silver pendants? You just tie it in with maybe the design of your jewellery as well. Then the blue, I think the blue is my favourite because it's got daisy flowers. Okay, darling, front seat. Having a conversation with the other half, as you do, Natalia, live on the show.
Sorry.
I don't think anybody else does that in the business, do they? Looking for me car keys. And then finally, oh, you see, well, I saw doves. They're like little bells. It could be wedding bells. It could be wedding doves. What did you see? Sweets? Doves. You see doves. There we go, the red. So, five different colours, 5 different beautiful prints. Which is your favourite? 50 bags, bundleicious goodness. Available for 24 hours till 9 a.m. Ooh! I can't buy 50 paper bags for that price. I love you, thank you so much. $7.95. You can't buy paper bags for that.
No. And they're beautiful.
Nice present bags.
They're really
you buy.
different
like
as
well.
well.
For cardboard.
Aren't they? They're really different.
Just?
So colourful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
They just
them.
give a lovely finishing touch to that gift. Whether you know you're. All exciting things have arrived. That naughty thing I can't tell you about. Well, I can in about 20 minutes' time. $7.95. Yeah, amazing, isn't it? 50, but it's only an offer. It's only an offer. It's only an offer, don't forget. Till 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. But your postage and packaging is only till midnight, 1 p.m. for the day. So anything bought after midnight on the repeats, you're starting your postage and packaging for tomorrow, midnight till midnight. Does that make sense? But for you today, the phone lines have gone crazy. I've got good availability on this. This is a bundle that I've got good availability, so get several. Get them today. Start dialing now. We've got a little bit of a queue on that phone line, but you know what? It's well worth it, and you are going to be successful. This is a big bundle of availability that we've got. Big reduction. Big quantity, 50. What's the maths? What are they working out at each, darling? Should be able to work this out. 50, 40, 4p each? All right. 4p each? Where was I going with my maths? 15p each. So I don't know what I was talking about. The maths has gone. 15p each. And if you're giving, yeah, that's, I mean, I would think you'd be charging me £1.50 for that. If I was, you know, can you bag it? I went in to go and get, Jed's just completed his his little duckling's swimming course. And I thought the badge and the certificate would be free, Natalia. You've paid for the 10 weeks.
Free, is it?
£3.50 for a bit of paper and a badge. Say he's done it. £3.50.
Get used to that. You'll be shelling out every week. These kids, they cost a fortune.
I'll give him a bag instead. Cost me 15p. Stay on the line. You're going to be successful. Stay on the line. But you would expect something. Okay, can you wrap it for me? That's going to be another £1.50 or £3. You know when you buy off certain internet sites and they charge another $2.99, $1.99 to wrap it. Put it in a nice gift bag. You think, forget that. I'll put it in my own bag. Thanks very much. Yeah, 50. Get 2 lots. You're going to go through 100 of those in minutes. I promise you. Is it time for the 3rd new kit today? You're delivering goodies. And then at 12 o'clock, we've got the manager special. And, well, yes, indeed. This I've only seen it once before because you know I did it as a little extra. It was a manager special that flew down from the heavens. And it's a beautiful rare gem discovered the year after Morganite. Now, I'm moving on to our 3rd new kit today, which is Natalia's favourite. And stay on the lines. I don't wish you to think I'm ignoring you. The call centre know those calls are queuing and waiting. You are going to be successful, and make sure you give us a call on the repeat. But dial early. The one thing about all 3 kits today, I haven't got 200-300, okay? I'm a bit more limited on these kits because they're so specialised. And this has the specialist edition of not just the scapolite, but beautiful silver chains. So I know it's going to prove very, very popular. Yeah, so basically we've got 3 gorgeous key components in terms of the gemstones, but we've also got some stunning silver, which is why I think Natalia was so drawn to it. And if you remember earlier, I kept rattling on, and it wasn't just randomly, but you know, how beautiful Botswana would look with this kit. I do not lie. Or the early bird, do you remember the oranges of the early bird, that carnelian? It's been a lot on the show today that would just accessorize in a fabulous way with this kit, called the Sunstone Kit. Yeah, so let's start with that beautiful sunstone, the guider for the wearer, the guider through life, as ancient Viking lore has it. It's supposed to guide the wearer through life, and allowing you to make the right decisions and open the right doors. I can't promise that, but what I can promise you is 2 aspects of this beautiful gem from this feldspar, the orthoclase family, like your labradorite and your moonstone. It has that magical fairy dust of gold, almost looks like gold particles that sparkle under sunlight, hence the name sunstone, and the official beautiful gemstone for Oregon. And there's this beautiful, almost like a shiller. Can you see that there? Look at that. That angulorescence, that, well, we call it a sunstone. Isn't that beautiful? Can you see that sparkling? Gorgeous, isn't it? And it's a really pretty, subtle flesh tone. I remember when we first started Jewellery Maker, when we had the sunstone on, you know, these were selling at least 20, 25 pounds a strand each. Very rare, beautiful gemstone. Rare. I've not seen this on our sister channel this year. Beautiful cut, beautiful choice of the sunstone gems there. There's a lovely tenderness in the complexion of those sunstone tone. Then, and I do love the wood, and I haven't seen it for months, and I love these. This is, you know, that design you showed me earlier, Natalia, we said how the email didn't match the picture.
Yes, yeah.
Well, this is, you know, I said the circles. These were the wood pieces that we used in Cherry's necklace that I loved and ended up with 2. They're beautiful, aren't they?
I love them.
Gems in between and just so dynamic, aren't they?
Yes,
you need to explore the wood.
Yeah, I love the wood. I'm the wood's biggest fan because I can see all the possibilities for it. But particularly these are gorgeous.
Gorgeous. This is a favourite. You can see she's a bit excited to tell you all about it. So this is our Patican wood. It's a real deep, dark ebony brown, and like I said, it does give your jewellery endless possibilities. Now we've also got scapolite. Scapolite. It's not a very sexy sounding gemstone, you know, like sphalerite or sphene. But it is a beautiful rare gem. It was discovered in 1913 off the Mogok track in Burma. And the only other variety of scapolite I've ever seen, I've probably seen it about 3 times on our sister channel, is a golden yellow, but you also get it in these reds, these browns, and it takes its name, it derives its name from the Greek meaning stubby crystal. So I always think of Winston Churchill when I think of this gemstone, because I think of a stubby cigar. That's the shape of the actual crystal structure of the scapolite. Scapos, it's referring to the rod-like structure of the crystal. It's a scapolite. Light is your terminology. You often get the end of gemstone names referring to the gem, the light, L-I-T-E. So that's your rich, that's a very, very rare collector's gem. And actually this kit, because I know I introduced this to you from our Gems of Distinction range, that strand was an amazing £15. This kit, individually bundled, is coming in at £65. We've added it up. All these components bought from our own Jewellery Maker website, if you can buy them separately on there. If you did, if there is the availability, £65, okay, just so you know. Because we've also got the beautiful, and this is where the cylindrical movement that Natalia talked about earlier, that wonderful uniformity of design, the circles, sterling silver chain. This is one of my favourite chains because I start to think of bubbles. And you've got the 2 different sizes. So I can go earrings, I can go bracelets, a lovely long length of 12 inches of sterling silver hoop chain. I always think Barbarella and Jane Fonda when I see that. Love that. The silver chain with the mixed links, solid sterling silver. But can you see it's texturized there, Tommy? You see the texture, honey? There is texture on that silver, which, you know, again, you can learn with your silver art clay and how much fun there is to create texture on your silver. Creates a better light reflectivity. Then we've got the 14 coils of the steel memory wire. Now remember, all of this is £65 separately. I'm giving you a Jewellery Maker price, okay? But that's not where we're stopping on the price for the kit. We've also got the organza ribbon, chocolatey goodness of chocolate-rich organza ribbon. 10 meters, all cut to 1 meter each. And again, you know, I bought ribbon. I remember buying separate lengths of ribbon to put around my waist on this white blouse that I had so I could have different colour. You know, you're talking about £1.50 for like a metre length. It was just ridiculous. And then, because we've got the ribbon, we've got our sterling silver 12-inch chain. Don't get me started, it's just so full of goodness, this kit. Our ribbon cord ends. And Sheila showed us yesterday great versatility with the cord ends if you're looking for chain anyway as an extra, but you've got the extended chains there that are sterling 925 silver. Then, I know you're thinking at home, will this woman ever shush? She's never stopped. There's just so much more. Yes, 10 of the organza bags, orange organza bags. These are slightly smaller than the bundle I showed you, but you're getting them in the kit anyway, so it's a win-win. 15 by 11 millimeters. Threading material wise, you get your silver beading thread, your gold bronzy beading thread, and your 6 meters of clear elastic. You do get your fundamental black and pink organza bags, and in the black bag we have stored your silver plated findings, which are 100. Where's my drink? I think I finally might have reached a conclusion there. We haven't reached the conclusion of the kit though, because £65 separately, and we're going to see Natalia's designs. It's her favourite kit. She's very attracted to chain, and she just loves the wood, as we already know. I adore the rare, you know, I'm a nerd when it comes to gems. I love that scapolite. I love the fact that the Botswana and the early bird will look so fabulous with it. And the sunstone is of such a gorgeous quality. It's one of the most complementary gems, along with your pink rose quartz, I think, that you could ever have in your design. And there's such great autumn, as Gary Barlow says, it's autumn's gown, isn't it? That's what we've got in those colours. Rich chestnuts, there's reds, there's wine colours, there's mauves. Your scapolite is it's far more exciting than first meets the eye. And it is not, you'll have to educate your buyers on this, because it's not a gem you see on your everyday high street, which is, again, the beauty of Jewellery Maker. You can make exciting forays into new art forms, but you can make exciting forays with new gems you don't get to hear about. Let's launch it. £65 is noi poloi, but just forget that right now, because we're bundling together. Don't forget, new buyers, free DVD, free Get Started booklet, free JM Hub about all the exciting things happening behind the scenes here, you know, to get you started on your journey. Sorry, Tommy, I know I've just ruined that shot. Are you ready? Are you steady? The reason I remember the price, oh, look at that. That is ridiculous. From £65 of individually to £31.95. Now, you and I can both do the maths. That is over a 50% saving. And we're buying into quality. We're buying into real silver. We're buying into beautiful rare gemstones. The wood, the silver-plated copper there, all of those findings that you won't even finish. Even if you just start with this kit, get the Botswana, do you know what look lovely as well? That high-end smoky quartz. Ooh, wow, wow, wee, wow. There's been so much on the show today, look fabulous. I say, let's go and see Natalia and see those designs, because they are phenomenal. They are beautiful. And we'll ask her why. We'll ask her why it was her favourite kit. We'll ask her why. Now, if you are waiting on those phone lines, because we did create a bit of a kerfuffle, didn't we, with that bundle, there's lots of those bags available, so take advantage. That offer's only till 9 AM. Then just hang on in there. Wait for us, wait for us. She won't mind. She can do the talking now while I drink my tea.
Why was it my favourite? Well, do you
well,
know, just
tell
look
me,
at the
darling,
quality
tell me.
of that sunstone, and I will admit to you, Fee,
Go on then, go on.
I'm not a big fan of sunstone. I was having this conversation with our resident gemologist, Hannah Oxberry, about the fact that I don't like sunstone. And she said, but I've been buying sunstone that is really pure and not muddy and cloudy looking. So this is gorgeous orange sunstone.
Lovely.
And it's quite beautiful. I love the way it goes with the wood. I'm a big fan of wood because I just love combinations of textures. And the wood is quite light as well, but it just gives you so much variety to work with. Spot the deliberate mistake in the design of my necklace as well.
I'm trying to, now that you've said that.
Can you see it?
Well, is it this symmetry on the side there? Oh, yes. Do you know what? I didn't until you just told me to look for something.
I could have said, oh, it was deliberately asymmetric.
I did. Do you know what? When I first looked at it this morning, I didn't notice.
I think I was having a senior moment when I did that.
That's all right.
And I wouldn't care. This was the first kiss I did. So it's not like I can blame, you know, tiredness.
I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with it. I love it. So would you prefer to have done the symmetry?
Well, I had, you know, I brought my gemstones back that I didn't use, so I had 3 of the sunstones in there. I could have used them.
Well,
it wasn't that I ran out of beads.
You can go back and do it again.
Exactly, you can just dismantle it and change it around a bit.
I like the way I can see the bronzy gold of that, the different coloured thread in there through the windows.
Lovely, and it just adds that really nice touch because it means that everything coordinates and it just has a better flow to it.
Yeah.
So I feel as though there's certain kits you get and you think, do you know, this has been so well thought through?
Yeah.
Everything combines really nicely together, so it's got all these wonderful shapes, textures, colours, but then it's got that really modern twist with the chain. And I love that. I'm a big fan of chain, and we are going on about burlesque and those kind of things before. It's nothing to do with that. It's just the real, lovely, you know, the like 1960s style chain. That isn't it? Like, you imagine Twiggy walking down Carnaby Street wearing a necklace. But I love, at the moment, there's all of these little collar necklaces, aren't there? And I thought, I'm going to do one of these, but it's got to be the right moment because it needs to be quite dramatic and it needs to fill in that bit in the middle.
Yeah, there's a beautiful flow to that.
Yeah, and then I saw that and I thought, that's the kit of my dreams to do that one.
That is beautiful, Natalia. And there's a lot of obviously the leather, but you know the shoes with the little gold or silver studs studded throughout as well, so they're almost like I don't want to say a biker look, but your metal's featuring in the leathers, like you said, the different textures as well. So that is, I can imagine that as a kind of a chain around the hips.
It'd be amazing, that, wouldn't it?
And I love these, your scapolite, there's such a lovely
Well, you've got the memory wire in the kit.
Yeah.
This kit goes on and on. It's like Mary Poppins handbag. And so I was thinking, well, you know, this is my favourite type of earring to do. When I get the memory wire, I always chuck a pair of these in because it reminds me of J-Lo or Beyonce. You know, those sexy ladies. And you can imagine, you're going to your Christmas do, and you just whip yourself up a pair of those and knock everyone dead.
Exactly.
Looking all glamorous.
And then again, another beautiful pair of earrings here with the wood, and you've just created a little peephole design there.
And do you know, as if that wasn't enough, you got ribbon in this kit. It's ridiculous, the kit, and the amount of things that you got in there.
Which is used to great effect, and one of the most beautiful and pretty and feminine bracelets. Look at that, those beautiful bows. It's just a lovely way to use the ribbon, isn't it? And the finish.
Really exciting to hear you talking about scapolite because it's not a gemstone that I was heard with and never worked with it. And to see and understand and appreciate the beauty of it, you really have to just get this kit and see your strand when you get it because it's faceted so in such a lovely way.
Such a colour scheme in there. It's darker autumnal colours, but so beautiful, beautiful.
I think it's one of those with the sunstone that will be a really great asset to your stash of beads, and you'll be able to make it mix and match.
Something a little bit different to talk about as well, you know. Right, my darling.
Okay.
I know the chain is what featured in your eye keenly, so we're going to look at this beautiful necklace design.
Do you know me? I like to keep up with the fashion trends because this is a trend that's just gone on and on. It started probably about late last year, and then, you know, they're just everywhere. So I really like the idea of that, adding a faux collar to with your jewellery. So I'm not a logical brained person. Logic and reason just wasn't blessed with that. So I thought if I can make this, anyone can. And the way I approached it was, and you will probably approach it in a better way, but this is literally in my kind of harebrained way, is to take the chain and to measure it around your neck to see what kind of drop you want. So I wanted it about there, so it's like a natural collar length. And then just literally take it off and then snip it at that point because you're going to add a clasp. So it's actually going to be a little bit longer, slightly longer. And you've got this terrific bolt ring clasp in the kit, and you've got some jump rings as well. So all you do is you take this, because this is the perfect length for you, and you open up one of your jump rings, pop it in one of the ends of your chain, and if you can do that, and take one end of the bolt ring clasp and just pop that through, and then close your jump ring. I nearly did it with cutters there. Have you ever done that? I've done it at home.
I picked up the wrong,
Yeah, I close the jump ring with cutters and cut it off. And then, again, another open jump ring just to attach the other side of this bolt ring clasp. So I'm just popping that through the opposite end of the chain, and then I'm going to pop that through my little jump ring, and the jump ring attached to the bolt ring, and then I'm just going to use my pliers just to close that up together. And then you've got your basic framework of your necklace, which is what you're going to hang the rest of your chain with.
I see.
And so take your lovely big loopy chain, and the pattern that you need is I'm going to move that out of the way so you can see. So you want 2 big loops, you want 3 connecting the 2 big loops, and then 2 on the ends. And the way that you dismantle it, so you get the exact mirror image on the opposite side, and then you end up with 1 left over, which you hang on to, because you never know how they might come in handy for something else. And it's so easy to cut. You just literally snip one of those smaller loops, and you can use your fingers just to close it back up again, because it's really nice and flexible. So I'll pop those out of the way, and then we'll just start to build our collar. And so you've got lots of excess chain here, and so what you want is you want one piece to start here, and then another bit to make up the collar bit, and it needs to be exactly in the middle. So you need to find the loop on your chain that is the exact center point. So you can do that by just literally pulling it straight, and then you see that. And then you just want to make sure that you've got quite a good loop. So that would be about there.
Yeah.
And I did it just approximations, but as long as it's symmetrical, so you need to make sure that one side is equal to the other. And then you take a head pin, and so this is the chain that is the correct length, and take your other piece of chain.
This is a nice foolproof way of getting the
Don't
lengths.
have to count links. And this is courtesy of Sheila. I always
exactly, I'll never forget it.
So you just make sure that you can see which is the link that you need, and then chop off, and then you've got 2 that are the exact same length. And just to show you very quickly, you can either snip one of these links, which I did, or you can add a jump ring, whichever.
Yes,
I didn't want to bulk the design out, so these open and close really easily. And I always cut it to the side because it tends to pull to the top, so you don't want the opening at the top because it can just wriggle apart. And then you're going to find, I would measure this, it helps if you use a jewellery bust because you can really see where you're attaching things, but just for speed I'm going to do it like this, just by eye. So that's attached to the top bit, and then we want our centre, which is there. And again, I'm going to clip one of the rings on the chain at the bottom, open it up, and then I'm going to attach it to the very last. Oops. And more fingers here.
That's as good a point as any, Natalia, if it's all right with you, my darling. I'm just going to pause it there.
Okay.
Just because we've just got to go for the midday moment, as it overnight, but we're just going to come back to this because that's as good a point as any. We've done 1/2. We're going to continue the demonstration, and then we've got the secret launch.
If for any reason you're not satisfied, you have the benefit of our no quibble money back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
Book yourself a seat at Gems TV's most prestigious table for our 2nd annual Christmas Gala dinner, to include a 3-course meal, auctions, raffles, prizes and a live band. The evening is bound to be a night to remember, with a chance to meet Steve and Sarah Bennett and world-renowned gemstone cutter Glenn Lehrer, with a whole selection of our presenters there too. So save the date, Thursday the 29th of November, for Gems TV's Tinsel and Tiara Ball. For more details and to book your place, please head to our website or call us free on 0845 612 2000 and press option 4. Remember, book early to avoid disappointment, as seats are limited, and we all look forward to seeing you there.
So there's still time to make the beautiful jewellery for that lovely Christmas ball to look glamorous in, and we're halfway through the demonstration, and then we're very excited about what's just arrived in the studio, which you will want. You did ages for, but I want to continue with the demonstration. So we just got halfway through your beautiful chain necklace design, and you were just about to do the symmetry of the other side there, Natalia.
Yeah, that's right. I just attached one wing of the collar, and then so I just whilst we had the little break, I attached that bit. So I used the same as I did with the left hand side, and then again I would just snip this part of the chain at the top and then attach that bit here, so we will have the exact symmetrical right hand side to it as well. And then the final part is just to add this bit of chain.
It's deliciously beautiful.
So what we're going to do is to attach one of these end to the middle bit here, and then that point you can see it measures perfectly. It's perfect distance. I don't know how I did that. Just
I don't know, because you didn't measure, did you?
Fluke. I didn't. I told you, my brain, you know, when it's not logic, it's a wing and a prayer time. So again, I have an open jump ring, and I'm just going to pop that onto one of those smaller loops on the end of there, and then that smaller loop I'm going to attach with this jump ring onto the little peak of my collar there, and then take another jump ring, pop it into one of the loops at the top, and attach it to the point at which the collar meets the neckline of the chain, and then just secure that, and then you'll see.
It's all coming together.
There it is, and it bulks it all out nicely. Which is why you can see that this chain gives it a really interesting effect. And the other thing that you could do is you could actually dot those bits of chain with gemstones.
You could have a little gemstone, in between your circles there.
Lots of opportunities for different designs.
Fabulous. Thank you, Natalia. Absolutely gorgeous. I can see why it's a favourite of yours. And remember, all those individual components of the kit added up from our own Jewellery Maker stash would add up to £65. So by bundling it all together, a massive, massive saving. A lot of silver in there and a lot of precious gems. So make sure you don't miss out, and a great kit to explore your jewellery making with. All right, it's time, Natalia.
I can't believe it's here.
It's time. Am I going over here to launch? You're going to see it in your eye as I walk by. Even Lion can't shade this. There we go. Have a little look. Yeah, you've waited for like forever. Do you know why I was thinking about it the other day? I must have dreamt it up. It must have been the Piscean in me. And I started to think about, do you remember the days we used to do the gemstones in the boxes, the 6-strand boxes? And I thought, they don't do the boxes anymore. The boxes are so handy. And then I started thinking about the bag, and I thought, I haven't seen the bag for ages. Well, it is back. Natalia's got 2. Sheila goes around with endless ones upstairs and leaves them upstairs and forgets where she left them. But you need these. You have to have one of these, my gorgeous jewellery makers. Loads of you, and I know from the girls, I know from Natalia and Sheila and Linda and Carol and Jenny, loads of you were asking about these at the NEC craft fair that we were with you at the weekend. What is it? We brought it back, finally got them back in stock. But you know, it's like anything here at Jewellery Maker, it's on, it's gone. So we need to be dialing now, because it is our Jewellery Maker storage bag. It looks like a kind of a binocular bag at first. It's got this wonderful long strap there for over the shoulder that you can sort of, shorten or elongate as you prefer. Now you open it up, there's the Jewellery Maker logo, 2 zips at the side, okay, to reveal a treasure trove, your treasure trove of jewellery making. Oh yes, because inside you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the storage boxes. Now this is what we referred to, Natalia and I, earlier when we said about storing your silver clay or your little gems or your silver findings, or people can use these to store their jewellery when they're going to the craft fair to sell their jewellery, because what you've got inside are slidable dividers. Now the actual tray is divided up into 3, so it's long enough to put a bracelet in, long enough to put a necklace in, separate your pearls from your harder gems which can scratch them, this is why you want to separate your gemstones. Softer gems like pearls, don't put them next to your quartzes, okay? Can damage them. This is why you've got to take care. But inside you get, can you see all these grooves? They're little dividers, so we can separate them. And you simply just take off one of the little dividers. They're just sort of twist off, as it were, you know, like little plastic slots. And then they just slide in to the groove. So I can make my little dividing edges as slim, as short, as long. You know, you decide, you just start to separate them. Can you see what I'm doing there? I'm just separating up. So I might make that one a little bit bigger because I've got some big, beautiful gems there. They've got the grooves inside. Just have a little fiddle. I can, well, these are for my little bead caps. I need a bigger one there because I've got shepherd hooks in there. Now I'm going to leave this one nice and long because I've got some long, elongated rice beads I want to put. You know, you can, it's up to you. You've got loads of those dividers in there. One for each groove, and there can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 16, 24. It can be divided into 24, or keep it as 3. So it's up to you. Because you've got the, and then it's up to you how you divide it. That's the beauty of the versatility of those trays. And you've got 5 of them. 50 have already gone while I'm talking. Okay, so all beautifully. So the other thing is, and I know a lot of you are really organised, more organised than myself and Natalia. And you colour grade, you colour coordinate. Red gems, blue gems, green gems, brown gems, gold findings. Now we are going to do today for you, you beautiful jewellery makers, an introductory price point, okay? And then it all just nice. What I love about it is the neatness, because it's all very having your gems and your wire and your tools and your, you know, perfect for visiting any craft. And I know a lot of you are visiting craft fairs and selling your jewellery for charities as well, because I've read your emails on your wall of fame. So you'll be what you want to carry it places. You don't want it all bumbling about your bag and falling out of pockets. And you know, when you're presenting, it looks professional, doesn't it? Rather than getting out 50,000 plastic bags, we're going to give you an introductory offer. I'm going to snap a few more of these off, you see, and to create more of the individual little pockets. This is what I love about it. It's so versatile. I decide how I want to carry my gemstone jewellery, how I want to carry my gemstones. So we're not actually going to the original price. We're going to give you an introductory price today, a Christmas present price. So it's a different thing. You know, they won't have this yet because they were on, they were gone. We've got them back in by popular demand. You've got the carry handle there, the Jewellery Maker logo. It's ready to take and go. Carry it along, over the arm. Like Natalia's got 2. Sheila goes around with half a dozen, leaves them all around the building. Linda has hers as well. They're fundamental, essential. Seriously, they are. Got a fabulous price point for you. We waited forever. You've been asking about them. So let's do it. Let's dial. Let's make sure we've got it. Let's make sure we get it for our sister. $11.95. I know that's a fantastic introduction for a new jewellery maker today as a price point, because we've sold these at a higher price point originally on our website. So don't miss out. Get 2. If you're going to get one, you'll wish you got one for your friend, or if you're buying one as a present, you just think they're so handy. Why didn't I get myself one when they were £12? Great for storage, aren't they, Natalia?
They're fantastic, and you know, you can't underestimate the fact that about being organised, it makes your hobby so much nicer. The whole experience of getting your stuff out, knowing where it is, but also professionalism. If you're going to craft fairs, or if you're travelling about and you need to make jewellery, you know, if you're getting a carrier bag out and everything's swimming around in the bottom of it, it's wonderful to be equipped and to look like a professional.
Exactly. Or somebody says, oh, I like that, but I wish you did it in the silver. Don't worry, and you just turn to your bag and you might have that gemstone, or you might have that finding. You can just change it there for them on the stall, and like you said, professionalism. It's like when you do your knitting and your balls of wool are all in a trampy kind of a knot, and you just think, oh goodness me, which happens, doesn't it? Gemstones get bundled and jumbled, and gemstones can damage and cut other gemstones. They're all on the most scale of hardness. You know, this is why we separate my pearls from my quartz. I want to separate my softer gems, like, you know, coral, from something, you know, like a tough old nut, like an obsidian. I want to separate them.
Cool section on the phone, you're going mad.
Oh, they're saying they've got steam out their ears. Will you please be patient?
I should have warned them.
My There's about 60 callers on the line. If you're getting the engaged tone, put the phone down and ring us back. If you're getting the options, please stay on the line. The reason being, this is not a money-making phone line. This is a free phone number that you call now, and then you stay on the line. It's for easy access and accessibility, like I said. This is not a money-making profitable phone line. This is a free phone number from a local landline. So yes, there might be a queue. Put us on that loudspeaker, and then you can go and make a cup of tea, but have the phone nearby, because we've all got those walkie-talkie phones now, haven't we? Or you might be phone... You haven't, have you not? You need to sort yourself out, darling. Nobody wants to ring you. $11.95.
There's always one, isn't there? That
I know. Introductory price, because I know we've sold these normally when we've had them in stock. That's the key. When we've had them in stock, as little as £15, $14.95. And you know that £3 goes a long way. You know that is an amazing offer, only till 9 a.m. But you know you've got to get another one. How useful have the ones been that you've already got? Send me in a text to 60777. How useful has that storage bag been? If you're trying to buy anything like it on the craft market, you won't get it for that sort of price point with that kind of versatility. So whatever you use, I tell you what, okay, we've got an hour, less than an hour. Text me in the best alternative use for the storage bag, and we'll send you a bead scoop, the one that we think is the most innovative. My manager will decide, my producer will decide. 60777, text me in the best alternative use for your storage bag other than storing your gemstones and your gemstone jewellery to JM Studio 607, and in the next 3/4 of an hour in the live show, it's got to be texted in. We'll send you the best one will win a scoop. So what have you stored in your storage bag? I'm a bit worried about asking that question, if I'm honest. I really am.
Opening a can of worms up there for you.
Oh, worms, fishing tackle. Could be. Eek. Well, it kind of looks like a fishing tackle. Well, they're kind of like that square thing, but oh no, I don't want to go there. Actually, I don't mind worms. Maggoty things. Ooh, no. $11.95. Text me in. You can win a scoop. What's your best alternative use for one of our beautiful storage bags? So versatile. And do you know what? It's not costing an arm and leg as an extra present. She loves her jewellery making. Get her the storage bag. Get her the storage. And it's not costing an arm and leg. Wouldn't you think that? I mean, normally by our standards, that's £15. But wouldn't you think that looks a lot more than that? Those just buying... How much does your plastic lunchbox cost from your supermarket? And this isn't a lunchbox, obviously. Maybe you do store your sandwiches in there on top of your jewellery baking. But you got 5 of those, all the versatility of the compartments. 24, I think we said we counted up. Yeah, we could have 24 compartments in there. 5 of those, so 120 individual compartments for gemstones and gem findings. Massive, massive amount can be contained in that storage bag. So for fun, text me in. What else have you used it for? The best one wins a scoop. We've got another manager special. I'm going to keep that with me. Got the code. Let's imprint it on our minds. HXCR20, I believe it was. 10, was it? HXCR10. HK. Oh, what was it? Let's start again. HKCR10. I thought the K was an X. HKCR10. Have you got that? HKCR10. That's all we need to remember. HKCR10. Right, shall we launch the faceted coated? Yes! The garnets. It's sparkle time. It's sparkle time. Glitz and glamour. HKCR10 for your storage bag. Stay on the line, I'm not ignoring you. I'm not gonna lie, there is about a 6-minute wait. How many people are on that line, Natalia?
55 right now.
55 right now. It's a free phone number. We want all 55 of you to be successful. If you hold the line in the live show, you will. We've got good availability of the current stock. So please, please, please make sure you don't miss out and give us a call on the repeats. But right now, the second of my manager's specials, because that was a surprise. This one you knew about. And I've got those coated pyrite faceted rondelles, 4x3mm, and a beautiful 60 carats. Sparkle. If you're already on the phone lines, just say, oh, can I have the glitz and glamour as well? Yeah, do it, do it. And then you've got your garnet, your rhodolite, your rose plum garnet. So think raspberry jam as opposed to strawberry jam. And natural rhodolite garnets there, 5x4 by 10x4 millimeters, 45 carats. And then the 8mm rounds of the 80 carats of your black agate faceted puffy coins. It is a joy. Now, this beautiful natural garnet. You can't improve on garnets. That's why treatments in the gem industry, often you can heat sapphires, and we do it to give the colour a greater pop. As you know, zoisite, without the heating, you don't get the beautiful purples of tanzanite. You can't improve on nature with garnets. They are as beautiful as the day they lived, as is. Natural, gorgeous wine plum reds. The gem of friendship. Then we've got the coated pyrite, because you notice that normal, that shiller of that bright metallic gold. Well, this silvery coating is like your disco balls. Isn't that beautiful with those red plums? Just sheer glitz and glamour for the Christmas party season. And then a fundamental quality strand that you'll use over and over again, those black agates, and a lovely size as well, the 8mm puffy coins. So it's three very dynamic, jewel-rich, evening, glamorous gemstones there on three individual strands. I just love them. I really genuinely do. And we've got a fantastic manager special, but you need to be dialing. I appreciate there is a bit of queue. I'm not going to lie, there is, but hold on in there. You can whack it in your basket on www.jewellerymaker.com. You can just proceed straight to checkout. Do you like these three strands, Natalia? They're glamorous,
absolutely love them. I was eyeballing them when I came in the studio, first of all. Because they are so glittery and lovely, aren't they?
What would you be tempted to do with them? Something like the lovely weave bracelet you did earlier, maybe?
Yeah, a beady bead with these lovely little silvery looking ones. Yeah.
There's a lot of worth in there, isn't there? Because garnets and the agate and those pyrites, you only need, you know, there's little spaces, those pyrites, and they add such glamour to your designs. Maybe a beautiful ring, you know, as Natalia was showing us earlier in that second kit. You know, you can create the nuggety goodness. All right, it is my second manager special. Take advantage. It's not special unless it's special. We better make it special, otherwise it's not special. 12 for $11.95. So you're basically looking at £4 a strand. That is pretty darn special because they are quality, natural. I mean, I love the mulled wine raspberry red. I love the sparkle of that coated pyrite. Whenever we've had that before, it's been an absolute hot seller. And I know it's sold individually at just under a tenner. So to have it bundled in with the garnet and a fabulous, versatile black agate, it's brilliant. In fact, yeah, individually from our own store, you're looking at £24. So massive saving there, £24. So 50% off by buying the bundle together, let's get this right, WQGC14. WQGC14. I'm having problems today, was it? KCR10 or something, was it? What was the bag? HKCR10. I remembered a bit of it, it's the H I forgot. HKCR10. Get that, get the glitz and glamour. WQGC40. Do you know the good news is, when you ring the call centre on the free phone number, if you can't remember the codes like me, just say, I want the storage bag and the kit with the bundle that's called glitz and glamour. It's much easier and they'll be able to help you. That's the beauty of ringing our call centre. Or you just say, it was a silvery coloured gems, and then there was a red, and there was a black. But she did it about 20 plus 12. Oh, and it was after the storage bag. You can be as vague as that, and they'll still be able to find it for you. They're that brilliant. So $11.95, but I write down, because I know a lot of you are keen and able, and you have your pen there and your glasses and everything ready. So, oh, I've just seen some of the lovely designs Natalia's done in today's challenge. I love, 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 love it. Gorgininess. Under £12, and we've still got the smoky quartz to bring you, and that beautiful diamond cut banded agate, and our beautiful mystic rose quartz and rainbow moonstone and labradorite. Still got all this to do. Manager special. Unbelievable price point. Add it to your order. Just gorgeous glitz and glamour there. that evening touch. Beautiful. Shall we do the moonstone rumble? Let's. Now, don't forget, let me just give you a quick flash of that quality of the smoky quartz, because this is what you can put in with your silver clay. Just deliciousness. The best smoky quartz we've ever had. Like that beautiful, beautiful lemon quartz in Sheila's boutique yesterday. Wasn't that fabulous? Oh, just fantastic. Well, how many did you get on there? 2, 4, roughly 6, 8, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 14 pairs of just incredible, roughly, you know, close to 30, 20, 14 pairs of earrings there, stud earrings that we would sell on our sister channel. You're lucky if we got in silver, maybe £30 a pair. So anyway, back to HKC R10, the labradorite, I know, I'm just reminding everybody, HKC R10 is imprinted on our minds. We mustn't miss out on the bag. Our mystic rose quartz and our rainbow moonstone, just delicious quality. Ooh, the shiller! Let's look at that shiller. It's so exciting and it's bursting out. Look at that. We've got gold, we've got blue, you get green, you get peach. Just move them around in the light and see that quality. It's there and it's prevalent and it's prominent, and that is a quality earmark of the labradorite we source for you, showing you that fantastic firestone. The ancient Native Americans call it firestone. So it looks like the stone's on fire. It looks like flames are leaping from within. Just beautiful. Just move it in the light. See that natural shiller. Those fibrous inclusions bounce off the surface of that beautiful cut labradorite. Just gorgeous silky dove greys. Beautiful. And that is 150 carats and they are 8mm rounds. Just delicious to see that playful aspect. And then you look up close as well and you see, ooh, fairy dust. Tiny little micro inclusions sparkling like the fairies have danced on the gemstone. Just beautiful. And one of my favorites, this is why I love that first kit as well, but this is not just rose quartz, this is mystic coated rose quartz. So this has got that mystic coating, it's got an extra edge. I don't know if you're able to see that on the table there. It's a rainbow shiller almost on the surface of rose quartz, so extra sparkle. And this is 150 carats. So you've got shiller, you've got sparkle, you've got rainbow iridescence, and together you've got 300 carats just with these two alone. Then we are moving on to another feldspar. Look at this rainbow moonstone, perfect qualities and characteristics. Lovely white body, lovely dynamic shiller again, angular essence. You remember we were talking earlier about this being the beatnik, the relaxed orthoclase, so it's more of an angular essence, a billowing, moving, sliding, gliding shiller of light, maybe blue, maybe gold. Irregular shaped little rondelles, little barrels there, but as you catch that light, as they move, as they slide, as they glide, you get that gliding shiller of light down those beautiful moonstones. Just gorgeous and heavenly, and what a combination. 3 of the finest. I mean, this is what we put in our beautiful Tukalon range on our sister channel. You know, the handmade silver jewellery. Put it with your handmade silver art clay jewellery. You know, really make your jewellery stand out from the crowd. And oh, just gorgeous, just gorgeous. 3 beautiful strands called Frosted Rose. But we're not going to give you a frosty outing today. We've got a warm, appreciative price that is irresistible. Just beautiful. Love these 3. Very lucky girl today to have something similar in a kit. Our first kit today, and then a 3-strand pack as well. Very lucky. That rarely happens. Ooh, £5 a strand. Just goes to show you the value in that first kit today. Now, I'm not going to say it wasn't identical, but it did have these 3 gems, but there were different sizes, different cuts, and you didn't have the mystic on the rose quartz. But that was an amazing $24.95. If you want to watch the repeats at 1 o'clock, you'll see that if there is availability, because it was only down to double figures. But for these 3 strands right now, £15, £5 a strand for that natural, beautiful Tamil Nadu Indian rainbow moonstone. £5 for the quality, and I can see the shimmer, I can see the micro-inclusions, the aventurescence in your labradorite, and then the beautiful gentle rose pinks. Put that with the moonstone, you know, the peachy pinks of the sunstone in Natalia's third kit today. Put this with her challenge. She's got this lovely grey quartzite. Put that with the Botswana. Just put it with that beautiful sparkling coated pyrite that we had, and maybe the plum pinks of your garnets as well. So much you can do. What a lovely combo. Yeah, look at those with these three. Just such delicious quality. Beautiful. $14.95 for all three of those. Flying out, proving very, very popular. So please, please, please don't miss out, because these are three of the most popular gemstone strands, and you can see it in their beauty, you can see it in their optical properties, you can see it in their glow, their shillers, and natural beauty. They stand out because they're more than just a gem. They have this wonderful optical phenomenon on them, which you just look at, you gaze at, and as our viewer said earlier, you know, you just look at that beauty over and over again. Look at the blues, ice blues. Just move those labradorites in your eye line. See the blues, see the golds, they're playful. Just move them in your eye line, you'll see it. Just delicious. Brand new today. IRGC 06 for all three strands. Absolute bargain and flying out. Any wonder? No wonder there, because they're so beautiful, that's why. So we just haven't had this for donkey's years. That's why I was just saying it's just so amazing that I had a kit, you know, earlier on, but that was only a double-figure kit that had, you know, the same gems but in a different cut and without the mystic on the rose quartz. But then to have a bundle as well. So what's so lovely about it, new buyers can get started with a kit, regulars can get the bundle today, and it's a win-win situation for both parties because both price points were excessively low. $14.95. Get your bundle of your frosted rose, but get it with your toolkit bag. Have you got your toolkit bag, which is back in by popular demand? HKCR10. That's the code. it's tattooed on my head. HKCR10 with your frosted rose. $11.95 for today and today only. That gives us £3 towards our frosted rose. Yes, please have some of that. Yeah. Let's just get that postman working, for crying out loud. We don't just want one thing arriving. I want to fill this storage bag with beautifulness. Alrighty, have we had any texts about what people store? We've had loads. Are you choosing your favourite? Give me some clues. What do people put in there? Leslie in Belfast. Oh, that's great. Puts all her son's Lego figures in there. That's a great one.
Yeah, like that.
Kirsty. Put all your plant seeds in there. And that's a great suggestion. So we don't just have to use our gemstones. Another Kirsty says she puts all, she tries to put a flat pack together. She's always left over some odd screws that she didn't know where they were supposed to belong. So that's where she puts the odds and bobs of her screws from her DIY efforts. I like that. You always do though, don't you, Kirsty? You always think, where were they supposed to go? Cindy says they work as a great cool bag because they're padded. So take your trays out, obviously store your gems at home and then use it as a cool bag. That's a new one on me. Suppose you put foil on the inside. Great. We're going to choose the best one, or the one that tickles my manager's fancy. And we've still got the banded agate. Text this in, and the winner will get a scoop. We're having a bit of fun today. And should we launch this now, darling? And then we've got our high-end smoky quartz with less than half an hour to go. And we've got to have a catch up with our Natalia. Who knows what could happen? This is what we're talking about, the storage bag. Now, this is new in. And I talked about it earlier when you did your, what did we call it? It was the black different gems, a 3-strand pack. You had the crackle black quartz. You had the lovely penduloke drops and the rice bead, the faceted rice beads. All went for a fantabulous price. This was just another dynamic. It was more than just a black gem. Just look at that. That is beautiful, isn't it? Again, bold banding, but that corner drilled element, which is so exciting in the jewellery making. Really is. Just to get, oh, look at that. I love that. It's like shadows. It's like you're mixing a lovely chocolate mix. Ooh, that reminds me of the famous mint. Oh, and again, can you see that? They're not totally dark. Out comes the torch again. There is a semi-translucency. Can you see that? Yeah, so they're not as dark as you think on first appearance, yeah? Some lovely, lovely glow in there. Oh, it's like greens and all sorts. So the beautiful semi-translucency. Some are opaque and some will have that, you know, that light, that glow. Once you get the light behind them, you'll see more than just first meet the eye. Everyone is unique, everyone is different, everyone is an original. I love the browns in there because you could take this with the smoky quartz, yeah? You've got the blacks, but you've got the browns. You could take it in with your golden citrines. You could put that with your milky white quartz we had earlier. Do you remember that 3-strand pack? Do you remember the smoky quartz and the snowflake obsidian and the puffy? There we go. I'll rather than just remind you, I'll show you. This was a great bundle. And what this ties in beautifully because you've got your black and your white obsidian, the browns of your smoky quartz, the milky whites of your milky white quartz. So that just ties those 3 gems together beautifully. Do you remember that 3-strand bundle we did earlier? Because you've got it all in that one strand. It just ties them all in together. And it's such a, again, another fantastic dynamic shape there. Very different from what the ones in that 3-strand bundle. Watch the repeats if you missed out on that, or just ask the call centre as well. Fee was talking about smoky puffy hearts and milky white quartz and snowflake obsidian, but the only 3 I've had like that today. They'll know. Let's get the price on for you, because we've got the smoky quartz to do yet. Ooh, what a treat! Let's put that in our storage bag. Yeah, HKCR10. Let's put that in our storage bag. $7.95. Let's take out the Lego men and the screws and fishing tackle. Our French fancies. Where do they go in there? $7.95. And if it doesn't matter about that code, just tell the call centre. Fee launched the storage bag again on the show today. She took £3 off it. That's £3 towards my beautiful black line agate corner filled cubes, 230 carats. So I'm going to have both today. Why not? Treat yourself. What postage packaging price for the day? One postage and packaging price for the day. Oh, that looks like sort of the lovely sort of smoke rising from your chimney pot. Beautiful. I love that dynamic banding. Put it with your Botswana. You know it's going to work. You know it's going to work. Everything works with Botswana. The lure of Jewellery Maker. Yeah, if you want some exciting banding, beautiful. Put one of those in between each corner drill's cube. Beautifulness. Alrighty. Gorgeous. Yeah. Now this is tight. I know you're asking about the smoky quartz. It won't be long. Won't be long. Probably another 10 minutes. The quality is our finest I've ever seen. I've ever had. It's exactly what we put in our 18-karat gold jewellery on our sister channel, and that is what Natalia placed in that beautiful silver clay ring that I showed you earlier as well. So fabulous, fabulous. Now, these caught my eye because we haven't seen many of the big gems today, and I love the quality of this tiger's eye because it's so big and bold. We're seeing lots of rich chatoyancy, beautiful chatoyancy. It's like a beautiful tabby cat. Fudgical goodness, chocolate browns. 500 carats of powerful 14mm tiger's eye, and I'm rolling them there for you to see the holographic chatoyancy and the beautiful shine and the beautiful golds and the browns and the cat's eye chatoyancy, as we call it, in those gorgeous golden tiger's eye. They're big, aren't they? Do you remember earlier in the second kit, Natalia had done a lovely, no, it was the first kit, the rose quartz simple nest ring, wire wrap ring. One of those would be fabulous in a nest designer ring. But this is called Back to Nature, so we're not just stopping with those beautiful tiger's eyes. No. We've got the multicoloured agates. And these are delicious. The moss greens, the ochres, the opaque whites, the teal greens. Look at those. It's like Kambaba jasper, isn't it? Picture jasper. It's like lots of different variations. Love this little, look at that one. That one's sort of got little pinky flowers in it. It's beautiful, isn't it? Such lovely mottled little patterns. It's like looking at planet Earth from a satellite picture. Gorgeous. They're all so different again. So pretty. They look like those little dandelion flowers floating and you've just blown them off the stalk. Strawberry pinks in there. Gorgeous. And they are 10mm, 250 carats, and then tying it all in. We have the most incredible smoky quartz that has been carved with such beautiful glyptography into this rose-like shape. And the quality is beautiful. Can you see that rose-like shape? Look at the luster. 6mm. Unusual beauty, isn't there? And that gorgeous cut. Every one is like a mini rose. A mini chocolate rose. Beautiful flower shape. One of those on top of those smoky quartz hearts. Oh, fabulous. Maybe with a little silver spacer in between. One of those with that fabulous high-end oval cut smoky quartz coming up. Now for these three incredible strands, 14mm tiger's eye, beautiful coloured agate, and then the gorgeous cut, which you know those intricate cuts on a smaller gem cost more than the larger carat weights because it takes more time and dexterity and more skill. These are going to come in at, did I hear right, under £5 a strand? Better get on that phone line right now because we don't want to miss out on our back to nature. Wouldn't that look beautiful with Natalia's third kit? The Patikan wood, the sunstone. $14.95. Wouldn't that look fabulous with the Botswana, the smoky quartz, the oranges of your carnelian? Wouldn't that look fabulous with the smoky quartz and the milky white quartz as well? Wouldn't that look fabulous in your jewellery? Yes, 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 yes is the answer. So we need to be dialing right now. £5 for that rose cut carved smoky quartz. £5 for those large 14mm, beautifully polished. They look like the fine veneer on a beautiful finished, 20th century antique sideboard, don't they? They just got a gorgeous gloss, and I couldn't think of the words. Do you know what I mean? Like some kind of lovely antique piece of furniture that's just polished with a beautiful veneer. You see on the Antiques Roadshow. That's what they look like. And you must have about 5, 10, again, guesstimate, 20, 25, 30, you've got over 30, close to 35 individual tiles in there. So just incredible value, but look at the quality. It's not just the value, look at the quality of what we're able to bring you. Look how prevalent and pronounced that chatoyancy is, how it glides, how well cut it is, how close to the surface it is. So it really catches the eye, how those goals come and they go and they're gone and ooh, they're there and ooh, they're back. Just beautiful quality, textbook quality. I couldn't wish for better for you. And the carving on that smoky quartz only works if the clarity is exceptional. That's a massive offer. And then I love the fact that there is such opaque, pretty patterns on those agates. They're all so different. Yeah, they've all got a story to tell. Some look like there's blossoms floating around, and some look like little moss or lily leaves, or just beautiful. 3 very different strands there. And what's that? All right. Okay, under £15. Gorgeous. RFG C35. Now don't forget, as if you could forget, the quality of the smoky quartz you've been ringing, and hopefully my producer and manager have chosen the funniest item that's been stored. Yeah, should we do it now? Who's going to win a scoop? I'm going to do this after I've spoken to Natalia. I'm going to visit Natalia now in a moment and look at today's challenge. And then I'll launch the smoky quartz. But let's choose the winner of the funniest, this is only in the lot, excuse me, in the live show, items or whatever, the most innovative item kept in our storage bag. Because we have loads of suggestions. We're going to send a scoop to the best one. And my manager and my producer have sat there laughing at them under my ear, and they've chosen one. So great suggestions. Can't you remember? HKCR10 is the code. $11.95 today instead of $14.95. Just ring the call centre. Launch today. HCKR10. But just say fee, if you don't want to remember that, just say fee, launch the introductory offer at $11.95. The storage bag's back in by popular demand, finally in time for Christmas. Yay! Get two. Natalia's got two. Linda's got half a dozen, as has Sheila, and one won't be enough. One won't be enough, because you will find an alternative use for them. For instance, your little boy will steal it for his Lego, and your husband will steal it for his sandwiches or his fishing tackle. So then you're left with no jewellery maker bag. You're like, well, thanks for that. So get two. Yeah, you do. You do, especially if you do craft fairs. I know there's loads of you out there would fill that in an instant with the beautiful pieces of jewellery to sell at a craft fair. So you need several. And don't forget, you're saving £3 today, only till 9 AM tomorrow morning. So call the call centre now. HKCR10. Darling, what's been the funniest? Have you got one? Who's won the scoop? That's all right, darling. Shall we walk and talk and walk over to Natalia while we're doing that? And I'll bring me smoky quartz. Oh, I think Kirsty's won an airshare. Because my manager says, I think this is such a useful idea. Right. Oh, okay. Kirsty says her mom has diabetes. Is this the winner? Yep. And obviously for that condition, she has to take a lot of tablets and vitamins and what have you. So that's what she uses the storage bag for.
And that's a really nice,
isn't it?
Yeah, a nice way to use the storage bag.
Kirsty, my gran, not my mum, my gran. 50 million types of bed. Oh, bless you, Kirsty.
So you can label it all up, and you've got your little shoulder strap, so you can take it around.
Well, you might use it for your vitamins as well, and your tablets, and heaven knows what. So, Kirsty, we're going to send you a scoop because my manager says, oh, that's so useful, so useful. Thank you for all your suggestions. They were all brilliant, and just goes to show you don't always have to use it for what you first appears.
No. Do you know, last year I got one for my daughter, and I filled it with tools and loads of really nice strands because she likes big chunky beads. And
what a treasure trove to open.
Yeah, it was really heavy.
You could fill it, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Just get that first layer full, or just each one could have because you can take it out and have your tools, like you said.
Yeah, she had a little box with all the findings
ribbons.
in.
Ooh, and the excitement. Now, my darling, you've been working hard. Now, this is what caught my eye earlier. We gave Natalia a 3-strand bundle of crackle quartz, smoky grey quartzite, and the banded agate. And I love, love, love this. This is beautiful. Look at that. Your droplets, so you can really see the crackle quartz.
And I wanted them moving, and I said I wanted them cascading like icicles off my gutter, and I think I've done the job there,
I certainly would agree with that. Most certainly.
Really pretty. The way that they, you know, they're quite small, but they're still a decent enough size to make an impact, aren't they?
Yeah,
Which is what I like. And I like bulking things up by combining them together and putting a few of them together.
And, you know, you are a big fashion follower, and that is bang on trend, isn't it? Those longer necklaces over the jumpers, over
tassels,
the tasselage.
Everything jangling around.
Jingle, jangle. And love a dingle dangle. So we've got some gorgeous earrings as well. And again, this is the most beautiful way to display your crackles because you're allowing all that light to flood through and illuminate.
It's just so stunning, isn't it? Because it really does. It just showcases that gemstone to perfection. Can you imagine somebody with, you know, like yourself, really blonde hair? How stunning that would look.
I'm there.
You can see Charlie Vernon sporting a pair of those. In fact, we're all blonde presenters, aren't you? Carol and Jenny and Vicky.
Oh yeah,
what's going on?
Some blondest, aren't we, all of a sudden? I've never even thought about that.
Does Ed like blondes? Is that what it is? Start dyeing my hair.
Is that Ed? He's got a penchant for blondes.
He's gone red.
Sheila, Linda.
It's all coming out now.
What's with you and the blondes? Hey? It's all out the bottle, so. Here. Beautiful. But I've never even thought, how funny is that?
No, it just struck
well,
me
Lee's not blonde. Well, he's like a dark blonde, isn't he? Lovely Lee.
Yeah, but we'll forgive anything, won't we? I couldn't see him wearing those, though, I have to say. I couldn't see him with purple white quartz. But
it's very metrosexual, he might, but yeah.
Really?
Clark can pull it off.
He can pull it off, of course he can. Paula's just rang down. Ed, and she says that's because brunettes are bossy and we're all upstairs, so it's got all the brunettes
all the blondes are show-offs and all the brunettes do the work.
We're all just front and face and falseness and, you know, all blondie out of a bottle, and all the brunettes are up there, the stalwarts, they're working hard and bossing us and putting us into some kind of show.
Because all the managers are brunettes, aren't they?
It's true. She says that though, but she's gone a bit blondie at the edges, that Paula. I saw your lovely hairstyle earlier.
She's crossing over.
She's crossing the line though, isn't she, eh?
These people that can't make their mind up.
And then these beautiful dangles here with your banded agate, which I know you love because you haven't seen that before. I'm just showing you here on screen the code for this bundle Natalia's worked with today.
So beautiful, those. Aren't they just, and seeing them like that, you know, just independently hanging and then, you know, a few of them clustered together, just shows the beauty of that particular bead and those gemstones.
And last but not least, fabulous combination there of that smoky grey quartzite, which I just love the colour of it. Stormy cloud,
gorgeous.
Isn't it?
Goes so well with the purple banded agate, and it's got, I don't know, I just love to have a big scale necklace in there somewhere.
Yeah, that faceting. Look at that shimmer, Natalia.
And we were talking last time I was on, I think it was 2 weeks, oh no, it was last week, about the style of vertical necklaces. It's becoming much more, because you see fashion trends happening in Europe and then they filter over here, so usually it can take about 12 months to come over.
Yeah.
But I'd seen quite a few people walking around with the vertical necklaces, and I just thought that's really nice because it's a bit different, isn't it? So I'm going to try and bring those in, get the trend started, get it
saw it here first.
Yeah.
There you go. She's trend setting for us.
It's great because it elongates the neckline, it does the eye downwards.
Great
vertical
dynamic.
Lines. Vertical lines are very good.
You heard it here, vertical lines. I'm going to launch the Smoky Quartz. I'm going to launch the Smoky Quartz, my darling. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
I'll see you in a moment. Shall I just stay? Am I going? I'm walking. I'm walking. I'll go back and see Natalia in a minute. So what we might get time for at the end, Natalia, is a quick catch up on the last of the Wall of Fame, darling.
Okay.
Because I don't think we got through them all, did we? If we have time. Other than that, we'll just have a natter. We'll talk about your workshops again and remind ourselves. Now, let's launch the Smoky Quartz, because this it deserves a bit of time spent just looking at the quality and the beauty, because it is phenomenal, the best we've ever had. And I say that from a point of view of the large individual sizing of the gemstones, their cut, their clarity, and obviously their collective carat weight. 30 carats. Now, on average, I think I said 28 on a strand. So again, you think of that as a sizable oval, 7 by 5 millimeters, which, you know, you would see in a sizable gold stud on our sister channel, or silver stud. You'd be looking at £25, maybe £29.99, £27.99 a pair. And because there's 14 pairs, it's ostensibly. And this is also what Natalia had set her beautiful sterling silver clay art ring as well. And that's just one beautiful, very durable gemstone. And as it explains in her book, you know, she's outlining to you in a silver clay book what gems you can set in your silver clay, and Smoky Quartz is one of them. So you just think one of those bezel set in a silver ring, there's loads of worth of value. Now this is a very high-end strand. I mean, even if you just wanted to keep it simple, the beauty of the gems is, you've noticed already, your keen eyes notice, double drilled. So drilled at the bottom and drilled at the top. What Sheila did yesterday with the lemon quartz in her kit was because just on one of the lengths on the bottom, just on the bottom, not on the top, she just slipped a little nugget chip. And it just separated slightly, but it created a curve, a natural curve, because it was just going along the layered bottom of the top, and not on the bottom, sorry, but not on the top. So that double drilling does allow for a lot of different ways for your jewellery to go in a different direction. Beautiful quality, you can see that in the richness. Even if I just show you the underbelly, doesn't matter which, look at all that faceting on the pavilion. Beautiful, isn't it? The cut unlocks the beauty. All that shine, that shimmer, that clarity. Absolutely eye clean perfection. Physically look along the length of that strand on this close-up. Any inclusions? No. Can you see any? That is the quality of the strand I'm holding in my hand here. That is the quality of the strand arriving to your door in the next few days. And if you're not satisfied with that quality, remember, money back guarantee extended to the 16th of January. And you can investigate smoky quartz prices because you've got about, on average, 28 individual gemstones on this strand. Golds, honey golds, copper golds, reflective light of browns, of smoky golds. Great clarity, flawless clarity, top notch smoky quartz. Beautiful. And averaging, if there's about 20 out on the strand, averaging over a carat each. Averaging over a carat each. So a pair of earrings is a 2-carat pair of smoky quartz earrings, isn't it? Incredible. Now we know the stock is flying out as I speak. It is from our Gems of Distinction range. High in quality, high quality cut, but not a highfalutin price. Let's give you a fabulous saving to end the show today with my fabulous guest. Let's go out in style. What ecky thump, you've got to be joking. $12.95. I work here and I can't believe these prices sometimes. I have to say it again, $12.95. I would pay that for 2 carats of smoky. Who sells 2 carats of smoky quartz earrings for $12.95? Who, Natalia? Who?
Obviously, the audience will be soon.
We've made our money back there, haven't we?
Yeah, exactly.
Your beautiful silver art clay ring would go for that. It'd be far more than that. And I would expect it to be with all the silver, but you know, with that beautiful gemstone embedded in there as well. Possibilities are endless. Phone lines are building. What do we need with our smoky quartz? HKC R10. We need our bag, our storage bag. Natalia, oh my darling, how many people are waiting on that phone line?
69.
69 people on the phone. How many have I got in stock? Right, so far, everybody on the phone line is going to be successful at the moment, as I speak. But I'm only nudging just into the triple figures. Everybody on the web, you are successful, but make sure you check out, because if you're just bidding, a phone bidder who is willing to pay there and then can trump you, and that is taken away from your bid in your basket. If you paid for it and checked out, you're rolling over your 1p and PI guarantee, and you've got it. There is a big queue. If you're getting engaged tone, you must put the phone down and ring back. If you're getting the options, it means you're in the queue, and that is a free phone number. Okay, so please bear with us. Let's keep that up on the screen, and let's go see Natalia. Let's just talk about your designs while we're answering those calls. We'll keep this up there. I'll take this with me. I want you all to be successful. Like I said, I started with triple figures. Good luck on the repeats. Thank you for enjoying this show. Thank you for Natalia and your work. Who have you got there, beautiful? That's autumnal, isn't it?
Lovely wire
beautiful.
Sculpture, 425. We've got Susan Morris, the holly design. Isn't that beautiful?
I love that design, Susan.
With 0.8 gold wire.
This is Helen from Ferrybridge, 416. Again, lovely wire work and a bead. Oh, that's glamour, 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 Helen.
Gorgeous.
Love that.
There. 419, and so a bit quirky design here from Christina of Salisbury, but I love it. Well done, Christina.
Delicious, love. A girl after your own heart here, a bit of dingle dangle.
Yeah.
417, this is Paula Kennedy. She wants to say a big thank you to all the guest designers for your continuing inspiration. Oh, that's inspirational itself. How beautiful. Hyperstein, I love Hyperstein. Rarely ever have it as well. Lovely. And, very Scottish hogmanay, that reminds me of. 418, and this is Joanne from County Durham. And she says, the colours look great this time of year, and you're right. Good luck. Thank you for your patience today. Please, please, please stay on the line, because as Natalia saw and our call centre can see, there is a big queue. I mean, that is beautiful, isn't it? It's worth waiting for, isn't it?
But you know, this is the kind of gemstone that you see in a really high-end jeweller. I cannot get over
it's that quality,
the quality of it. You know, I'm a big fan of quartz of any kind, and smoky quartz in particular, but these are so beautiful. They're perfect for setting as well, because they've got that lovely kind of proud back to them,
pavilion,
haven't they?
Yeah, they've got that belly, haven't they, for you to hold in your settings.
Absolutely stunning. I would set these just in something very plain, and then, you know, just let the magnificence shine.
Yeah, let them sparkle, let them do the talking.
Silver or gold, isn't it?
Yeah, beautiful. Well, you look gorgeous in your silver and gold. I mean, it just matches those chestnut browns.
Wow, what a way to finish the show. It's been so busy today, hasn't it?
Been so many exciting offers. If, you know, don't forget, if you want the storage bag as well, HKCR10, I'll be dreaming about that. Watch the repeat, because Natalia did a special. We spent about 3/4 an hour on a silver special within the show, and we gave a lot of reductions, including an introduction to the silver art clay off, and we took £5 off that today.
Yeah,
we took money off the silver clay 10-gram syringe. We did a bundle that we think all got allocated in the live show, but I never say never, of her DVDs and her book. So we did lots of specials, didn't we, in that
Good
silver.
day to stock up or get started.
And 10th of December, 15th of December, silver clay rings and silver art clay workshop with Natalia, and you just ring this number to book. We've reached the end of the show. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to Natalia as always. Lovely to see you. And enjoy the weekend with the girls. Enjoy tonight's show as well. Will it be Jenny? I think it'll be the lovely Jenny. Yeah, enjoy the evening show. Thank you for watching, and can't wait to see more of your designs on the Wall of Fame. Bye-bye.
You can watch Jewellery Maker live every day from 9 till 1 on Sky 655, Virgin 756 or Freesat 807. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, Coloured Rocks Limited, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmote, Redditch, B98 9HF. Good luck and happy jewellery making.
We all know you need the right tools for the job, so here at Jewellery Maker we have designed a kit to make sure you have all the essentials to join in with the fun. With round nose, flat nose and wire cutter pliers, as well as a reamer, tweezers and a bead scoop, you've got everything you need in one place for just $9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills.
When you place your first order with us, you will receive a free booklet and DVD full of handy hints, tips and tutorials to help you get started with your new jewellery maker hobby.
The early bird catches the worm. Don't miss out on your chance to grab our amazing early bird offers at 9 AM on weekday mornings. Catch them while you can. There are 2 easy ways to purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview or Freesat, and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click the sign up button. Once you have filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the On Air Now button on the homepage, where you'll be able to see all the products that have been in today's show. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget that you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1p&p. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.